All right, everybody, a massive welcome to tonight's presentation or today's presentation, depending on where you're coming from in the world. We're going to talk about how to hack multi-million-dollar Fortune 500 brands and take a slice of their sales and profits on Amazon. I'm just getting myself set up with Zoom so I can see what the hell I'm doing. All right, let's go. So look, today we intend to open your mind up and show you a business model that's absolutely killing it. We're going to show you a way to sell multi-million-dollar brands on Amazon and get a slice of the sales and profits that these companies make every year on the platform. Now, don't worry. This is not complicated, believe me, and you will not have to become some kind of business ninja. We will prove that to you as the night goes on. You're not going to need a big budget of any kind as well also, because that is a big concern for a lot of people when they're getting started in business. And you may not believe this yet. And if you don't believe it yet, that's totally normal, by the way. But we're talking about reselling household names, like brands, like you're talking about Disney. Disney do over $21 million per month on Amazon. This is revenue that we pulled from one of the tools that we utilize. Again, it's very, very accurate. Fisher-Price, over $20 million per month in revenue with this big brand. Samsung, $84 million in revenue per month on the platform. And of course, Adidas or Adidas, depending on where you're from in the world, $137.6 million per month on Amazon. Now, I want to show you what we do and how we make money, because we're not going to wait until like 20 or 30 minutes into the presentation for you to start having some aha moments. So here's the first thing, right? We're going to find well-known branded items that are killing it on Amazon. Maybe you've heard of a Nutra Ninja. I actually have one of these in my house right now. And I'm going to get into a lot more detail as the presentation goes on. But what we have is we have a proprietary tool, and we use this tool to scan listings. This is called an Amazon listing, by the way. We scan these listings so we can see how much money products like this are making. So this is our tool called Hero Launchpad. And look at this, right? This one item brings in $9.1 million per year on Amazon. That's a monthly revenue of $763,000. Congratulations, Nutra Ninja, you're making a bunch of money, but how does that affect you? Well, look, we're going to find a way to get access to products like this. Now, I'm not saying everybody run right now and go and get a whole bunch of Nutra Ninjas. I'm just kind of giving you a concept right now. So we find a way to get access to the product. We're going to show you how we do that on tonight's training. We're then going to tell Amazon that we have this exact item. Now, I have that underlined because it must be that exact product. And we're going to then send that exact item into Amazon's warehouse so that they can ship it out on our behalf whenever we make a sale. Now, if you're not sure about how well that's going to work, how do we get in front of customers? Don't worry. We're going to deal with all of that in just a few minutes. But we're going to sell it on Amazon at a price that's competitive. And whenever we make a sale, Amazon takes a commission. So we win, Amazon wins, the customer wins, and ultimately the brand wins. So here's the key question, right? Could you reasonably take a 1% slice of a product's yearly sales? Just as a concept, could you reasonably do that? And give me a Y for yes in the comments. Right? Or N for no if you don't believe so, but only 1%. Well, look, if that's all you did with that one Nutra Ninja product that we just showed you, 1% of the annual sales, and that's the annual sales there, $9.1 million, you'd make $91,595 in revenue in that year. Now, that is revenue. We'll get into profitability as we go, but that would be nearly $100,000 in revenue with one item that year. Now, maybe you're thinking, Stephen, Mike, this is a once-off. There's only going to be like one product that makes any money on the platform. It's impossible. Well, look, the reality is there are millions of items that we can effectively brand hack. So here's another product, it's a Hoover product, right? It's doing $60,000 per month in monthly revenue. This is our tool, again, Hero Launchpad, which scans these listings. And you can see that's $720,000 per year in revenue. That one product, right? We just need to find domestic suppliers who have access to these kinds of items. Here's another product on Amazon, this Ryobi thing, $151,000 monthly revenue. That's $1.8 million a year in revenue that one single item does, right? Now, even a small slice can lead to big profits. This is actually a Disney product. Remember I said we could sell Disney products? It's a Disney Lego product, so it's kind of a 2-for-1. Well, this one item here does $239,000 per month on Amazon, $2.8 million per year in revenue, right? So look, as you can see, it's entirely possible then to easily earn 2 to 10 grand per month, taking even just like a small slice of successful products like these. Now, again, we have been talking about revenue. We'll get into profits as we go forward tonight, but you can just see, like, I'm only looking for a little slice. And all you're going to need is an easy to start Amazon seller account and our unique and exciting system. Now, seriously, if you've ever bought anything on Amazon before, you can do this. You have the technical ability to be successful if you can make a purchase on the internet, because there's nothing more technical to it. That is the reality. And we're going to prove that to you. And this is also a 100% legal and a well-established business model. Because I understand if you're going, but how is it possible I could sell or resell items like this? And don't worry, we're going to show you the places where we get these kinds of products. But just to say, this is how companies make billions of dollars every year. You're talking about Walmart, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, Target. In the UK and Ireland, like Argos, Tesco. These are huge retail companies. And what are they doing? Oftentimes, they are reselling existing well-known brands in their stores. And this is exactly what we're doing. We are reselling existing successful branded items, but on Amazon. All right. And this can work for you as well. I'm excited to tell you this model is killing it for us. Before we started recording, we actually showed you our Amazon account. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in just a second. But just to say, this is just a screenshot from our Amazon account from one of them. That's $1.3 million over a period of time, as you can see right here on the screen. And you can also see this Amazon account is growing. We would expect this Amazon account to do multiple millions of dollars in the current year right now, which is great. Just another screenshot, an example of a day, $7,000 on that particular day and $1,000 net profit. That was probably a lower profit day. Usually you're at about 20% of the revenue would be your net profit for the day after all expenses. Again, just showing you some screenshots from our Amazon account just to show you we're doing this right now. But what's even more exciting, because it's all well and good, Stephen and Mike are making money, congratulations. But it's killing it for our members at Marketplace Superheroes as well. And these are real people with no prior business experience. And from speaking to all of you tonight, just before we kicked off, most of you don't have prior experience, or certainly don't have experience on Amazon, which is totally cool. Now, people like Shen, for example, did $3,000 revenue on this particular day. It wasn't doing every single day, but it's just to show you what's possible. This is someone who was only really doing this a couple of months, was learning it. And the big thing is this: Shen is living in Singapore. He's not living in the US. He's not living in Europe. He is in Singapore, and he's running this business from there. Here's Esther, $32,000 in the last 12 months. Never had a business before in her life, and now she's up and running, and she's doing very, very well. And these are all people who simply follow the system that myself and Mike are going to give you today. And we've got people who are just getting started making their first dollars online. So here's Casey, right? A little case study. That was the worst pun in the world, but anyway, whatever. Casey, right? As you can see in August, she said, it's official, made my first and second sale this week. And she did $535 in revenue that week, which is no big deal. But to someone who never had a business before, that's a massive deal. Now you can see here that this day she did $3,400 just a couple of months later. So again, she's not doing 100 grand after a couple of months because she's learning the system. But very soon, this is a business which can really multiply very quickly. And when you get it down, my expectation would be Casey can be doing $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month in revenue this year on average when she applies herself. And then actually that particular day, it had done $504. But if you actually look at where my green arrow is, she had a day there on November 19th, and she almost did $2,400 in a single day in revenue. Now, here is Elliot. He's in the UK, just to show you again. This works in multiple countries. He'd done $384 in his first week, pounds, which is over $400 in his first week selling on Amazon. And as you can see, after a few months of selling for just very recently, he actually had done over 64,000 pounds, so about $80,000 in his first 5 months. Never had a business before and got himself up and running, right? Here's Lorena, $463 in a day. And look, some heroes are turning into big hitters as well. Not everybody's a beginner like the people I've shown you. And I don't like to show screenshots of people doing massive numbers all the time because it's not relevant if you're just starting and you've never had success, right? But here are some people who are flying. These are accounts that we're involved in or we are aware of. And this one here, $28,000 in the last 7 days, $30,000 in the last 7 days. Here's $31,000 over a period of about a month here. And these are people, again, got started just from nothing and got to where they are today. So look, with this business, it's really exciting because you're going to have the opportunity to sell brands you know and love, as well as brands you actually don't know about, but are profitable and are making money on the Amazon platform right now. But here's the key point, right? You're only going to be selling proven products from some of the biggest brands in the world. And as I said, it's not like you will only sell Disney products and nothing else. No. You're going to sell all different kinds of products from all kinds of different brands. But it's important to know that you can sell these big products even if you're a beginner. Now, I don't recommend you get involved in a listing that has a ridiculous volume if you're just starting, because you're just starting, but it's possible, right? You're not going to import anything. You're not going to need a big budget, and you're not going to have to spend months waiting for sales. And you're going to know with absolute certainty any item you pick is going to make money for you. That sounds like a very hypey claim. I'm fully aware of that, but you're going to see we're going to utilize information that we have in our tool to help us make that a reality. Wouldn't you agree, Mike? Just briefly, let me know that I'm not crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an absolute certainty, an absolute reality. I saw a quick question in there that leads into this. Can we sell in highly competitive niches? Absolutely. That's the bread and butter of this industry and the business, is to sell products that are already selling.
Yeah, you're going to get that. When we get into the secrets, you're really going to understand that. Now, we're literally going to do this over the shoulder for you a little bit later today, so you can see just how simple it is. And you should watch all this training. If you're working in a job right now you really don't love, it's a job that's maybe sucking your soul day in, day out, and you want an easy to start business that can really work for you, this is for you. If you're a stay-at-home parent, maybe you want to contribute to your household financially, you want to build something for yourself, it's for you. And maybe you're already selling on Amazon. We had some of you in the pre-chat, you're already doing some Amazon selling, maybe private label or arbitrage, and you want something that can quickly scale up your monthly profits. And this is for you. And maybe you're a professional, like you don't have time to get involved in a business that may or may not work or may work. You want to get into a business that will work and something that can work quickly. And this is absolutely the case. Now, you might be wondering, is this actually worth my time today? Well, great question. Look, we have generated millions of dollars with this model, as we've shown you. But here's the big thing. You're not going to need experience to be successful with this business. You're not going to need big upfront costs, right? You're going to be able to get started with less than $1,000 with an order. You're not going to need tens of thousands of dollars. You're not going to need to wait months for your items. You're not going to need to build a website or a sales funnel or anything like that. You're not going to need to do any email marketing. You're not going to need to drop ship any products. This is not drop shipping, just to be very, very clear. You're not going to need to wait months to make sales. We've literally had people tell us within 20 minutes of getting an item into stock, they made their first sales. So it is something that can be up and running very, very quickly. You're not going to need to import from China. You're not going to need to do any marketing. Again, another claim. I'm going to show you why that is the case in just a few minutes. You're not going to need to start a brand. You're not going to need to sell unproven products. As a matter of fact, one of the rules of this business model is we only resell things that are proven to make money. What a breath of fresh air, right? Give me a Y for yes if that's a breath of fresh air. Like, I'm only going to sell things that I know are going to make money. And Mike, let me know. Are we getting some yeses in the chat right now?
Yeah, you are absolutely blowing up the chat box, everyone. Thank you so much for that.
We're going to get you prizes, guys, and all in just a couple of minutes. Those of you who are on live, don't worry. Now, we're going to reveal, number one, how to create a simple side business in just a few hours per week and turn it into 5, 6, and in time, maybe even 7 figures in revenue. We're then going to talk about the exact 5-step system that we use to generate thousands of dollars every day selling Fortune 500 company products. Now, if you look on the right-hand side, this is essentially the process we're going to break down in detail tonight. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to find a supplier who stocks items that are already selling on Amazon. You might be wondering, well, how do I do that? We're going to show you. And then you will purchase small quantities of multiple items from that supplier and send them into Amazon's warehouse. And third, you are going to share the Amazon buy box with other sellers and pick up sales every day without doing any marketing. Now, if you've not been involved in the Amazon world, a buy box, you're like, what is that? I'm going to break that down for you in just a second. So don't worry. I'm going to explain everything I'm telling you in massive detail. And the third thing is how to make $100 to $500 profit per day in less than 90 days, even if this is your first business. Now, I know when I see stuff like that, 90 days, I also get skeptical, but because of how this business operates, you're going to see that that is very, very possible. And dare I say, inevitable when you follow with what we're going to show you, because Amazon is going to do a hell of a lot of the work for us. Now, if you stay to the end, we're going to give you this book. You might have already received this book when you signed up for the training, but we're going to get it to you anyway, just to make sure that you absolutely got access to that. Now, we're also going to give you a training. It's going to show you how to make a small fortune during the Q4 season and beyond. So even if the program later on is not for you, we're going to give you that free training just to say thank you for being here and listening to Mike and I. And as I said, we're going to give you that book as well, but you probably already got that. You would have got that when you signed up for the class, but we're going to just make sure you receive that as well. And my question is, are you willing to put in a little bit of time and effort to create new income streams without wasting months of your life learning complicated technical skills? Just give me a 1 for yes and 2 for no. I'm going to check real quick and make sure you're commenting, because it's important to me that you do. And the comments are flying in. But let's keep going. We're so confident in what we're going to put in front of you later on. By the way, we're literally putting our neck on the line to guarantee your success. I want to explain this, and then we're going to get into the deep training. Don't worry. Now, how much are Mike and I going to personally put our neck on the line to make sure you have success with what we're talking about tonight? It looks a bit like this. Mike, you'd agree, this is how the lengths we go to make sure our clients get results with what we're talking about tonight.
This is how uncomfortable that we feel when we talk about the exact lengths that we're going to go to ensure your success. We're putting our life on the line, or so it feels like. And that's going to make sense in just a second.
That guy's insane. So look, real quick, just to tell you, put simply, you do what we tell you today. You go into the program later on when we talk about it. And if this doesn't work for you, here's how confident we are in your success. We're going to wire you back double your training investment. So I want you to relax and just know that everything we're going to show you is legit. Everything works. And when you come in to work with us, if what we tell you is a load of bullshit and it doesn't work, we're going to send you back double your money. We'll talk about that later on, right? And that is a question I have. Deal? If I've got a deal, great. I already got you to comment, but feel free to type in D for deal, and we'll just keep rocking. We're going to interact a lot, like I already said, those of you that are here live, and we're going to actually teach you stuff that you can use. We're not going to just waste your time. And we will tell you a bit about ourselves and stuff like that, because you've never met us before, but trust me, we're going to get into some deep stuff in just a sec. Now, look, and just in perfect timing, I want to let you know you're in the right place. You're listening to people who can actually help you, who can actually get you the results that we promise. So let me give you the background super quick. I'm not going to talk about how I lived in a car, I ate dog food for 6 months and all that crap that you've heard, right? I'm just going to tell you a bit about myself and Mike. So we have over 15 years of combined experience selling on Amazon, as well as been involved in some different businesses that I'll mention in just a second. We've done millions of dollars, pounds, euro, whatever currency you want to work in, we've achieved it. And we've done it in a variety of different ways. We've actually sold in the model, obviously, that we're teaching you tonight. We're actively doing that right now. We've sold our own private label products on Amazon, our own brands. We actively do that as well. And we've over 12 years, 15 years now experience running multiple businesses. We've actually generated well over $30 million now in sales globally on Amazon in multiple countries when you put everything together that we've done. And we also run a freight company. So this has nothing to do with what we're talking about tonight. Just want to let you know, this is actually a screenshot of one of our warehouses that you will not need to worry about. But I just want to show you, like, we represent over 2,000 different products on the Amazon private label side. We're not people who just like tell you about something and then we walk away. We're really doing it in not just what we're talking about tonight, but in a variety of different ways on the Amazon platform. We know what we're doing, right? And this is an example. This is our Accelerate Mastermind community. Just to show you, there's like, I think 1,100 people in here now. This is not something that there's 20,000 people in. This is something that is a huge opportunity for you to get in and learn this unique system, because we have a very different way of doing this. I don't know anybody else teaching it the way you're going to learn it tonight. And because there's not that many people in here, you have an opportunity to get an unfair advantage. Now, this is a really stupid picture of Mike and I from many years ago, just to show you, we don't take ourselves too seriously. And we are just regular dudes. And we started out, we both worked in jobs. We had no big future plans. It wasn't like, well, I know I'm going to be a millionaire and all that crap, right? We didn't come from wealthy families. No one has given us anything. We've had no outside funding in any of our businesses. Everything that we have done so far has been from hard work, from effort, and from putting our money where our mouth is. But the big thing was this: we got tired of the status quo and we decided we were going to find a way to make it online. Not a bullshit way, a real way, something that has some substance to it. And that's what led both Mike and I in separate journeys to selling real physical items on the Amazon platform. And I can tell you, we have made literally every mistake in the book. We've taken the arrows in the back for you so you don't have to. And again, some people are like, well, why do you teach what you do? Well, look, number one, of course, I'm not Mother Teresa, right? We make money from our training. But here's the bigger thing. I truly remember what it was like. I worked as a data processor. I was typing information from a computer, from a form into a computer screen all day. And I was so bored out of my mind. I just wanted to start something and be successful. And I remember saying, if I ever figure out how to do it, I will show other people how it works. And that's what led myself and Robert Ricky, our other business partner, to starting Marketplace Superheroes in 2014. And so we've been teaching Amazon for many years. We've been on some of the biggest podcasts in the world. Just to let you know, again, just to show you legit people, like you can look it up, Entrepreneur on Fire, Mixergy, Project Life Mastery, ClickFunnels. We have been involved in all these really big companies' podcasts. And also, we actually sponsor a hockey team in Northern Ireland up in Belfast called the Belfast Giants. This is myself and Robert's daughter, Caitlin. We're just dropping in the puck for a match last year. We actually just sponsored a match just recently as well. So just to show you, like, we're a real deal business, no bullshit here, just two real people here to teach you something. And again, we're still doing it. This is one of our Amazon accounts. This is only what you're learning tonight. That is what's in this account right now. $1.5 million here in sales and $313,000 in net profit. All right. So we're not flashy. We literally have a t-shirt in Marketplace Superheroes that says no Lambos. We're not Lamborghini people. Look, I live here in Ireland with my wife, Danielle, and my two children. And I, like you, I've got a regular day, but I figured out how to do something that actually works. And Mike, the same. We're just here to show you, all right? So look, we don't have the answers to everything, the meaning of life or anything like that. But what we do have is experience. And we have failed more times than most people have ever tried. And that's why, in my opinion, we're the perfect people to teach you the model and help you be successful. And this truly is something that's working well for us and other clients who put it to work, as we've already just shown you. Now, this is how we got started. This is how selling breast pumps, headsets, mop head refills, and kids' wallets made us our first dollars on Amazon. So again, the first two items on the left-hand side were quite literally the first products that I ever sold on the Amazon platform. And this was back in 2010. And I was working with Robert Ricky, our other business partner who I mentioned. He was my first mentor. And I was working in his warehouse. I was literally lifting boxes every single day because we used to ship out products to customers. We used to sell stuff on eBay and on Amazon at the time. And one of the things that happened was I was in the warehouse one day and I came across this really dusty box. It was like there for a long time. And I opened it up and inside I saw this communications headset, this weird, awful, the worst looking headset you've ever seen in your life, right? And I said to Robert, like, what the hell is this? He said, look, this is something that I bought from a company called Filex. I don't intend to sell it. It's not a great product. Like, it works and all, but I'm not interested in it. And he had these little toy laptops as well. Again, it's a well-known brand, bought them from a supplier, and they were sitting in his warehouse. I just said to him, hey, do you mind if I just like list these on Amazon? If I send a couple of units into Amazon's warehouses and then I try to sell them? He was like, go ahead. These products are crap. You can do whatever you want with them. And I did. I sent over some units and lo and behold, in like about a day, I started making some sales. Now, I sold so many of this little dumb communications headset that it was actually on clearance from the supplier because they weren't going to keep doing it anymore. And I bought every single unit they had for like, I think £1, which is like $1.20 something. And I was selling them for like 20. And I made a bunch of money, my first ever money reselling these companies' products. And Mike, similar story for you with these other items, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just saw Melissa in the chat. My kid had that laptop in 2010. So there you go. Maybe Steven sold it to you.
Maybe.
There you go. But yeah, end of the day, this O-Cedar power scrub, these were mop head refills, not even the mops, just the refills. And then these little children's toy Velcro wallets. So my story is we went online. We did a similar thing to what we're going to show you here today. Went and found a supplier who was actually selling these. Same thing. They were discontinued. They weren't going to sell them anymore. So we bought them in bulk for a really good price. We posted them up on our Amazon account and hoped that they'd sell through. They did. And that was really the start that got us going to have our very first sales on our Amazon account. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Absolutely. So look, here's what we did in essence. We talked about this a few minutes ago, and we're reintroducing the concept, right? So we sourced items that were already selling on Amazon. Critical point, already selling, already making money. We then purchased small quantities from a supplier. So we don't go out and buy hundreds of units of something. We buy like a box of 20, a box of 30, whatever many units that it comes in a box, right? And we then share the buy box and we make sales. Now, I mentioned it earlier on, you might be like, what the hell, a buy box, make sales? What do you mean? Well, look, this is what we're talking about. How can I access the buy box and what exactly is it? So the buy box is this area on Amazon. This is an Amazon listing, and this is the buy box here on the right-hand side. And as you can see, it says ships from Amazon sold by K-Tech Enterprises. So K-Tech Enterprises, I have no affiliation to this company, neither does Mike. This is just like a third-party seller, someone like you and me who's able to get access to this product from a group of companies we're going to talk about, and they're able to then send them to Amazon's warehouse, and they're able to make sales. Now, there's other people who are also have this exact item and are trying to get into this buy box, because here's the thing, controlling the buy box is literally like being the #1 result on Google. What does that mean? Well, like 90% of the sales and traffic will come to you if you're located in the buy box. So when it says ships from Amazon sold by your company name, you will quite literally get 90% of the sales and traffic. I think it's 83% actually is the exact number, just to be exact, of traffic and sales on Amazon, right? Now, here's the thing. How then can I become someone who gets into the damn buy box? What do I have to do? Do I have to send Amazon like a brown paper envelope in the mail? What the hell do I do? So it's actually very simple. The way you get access to the buy box is, #1, you got to sell at a competitive price. So this is selling for $88.59. So ideally, all we do is we match that price, $88.59, right? And then the second thing we do is we utilize FBA, which is Amazon shipping, where we send some quantity to Amazon's warehouse, they put it into their stock, and that's what we do. When you have two of those things in place, what happens is interesting. Amazon have an AI algorithm, and the algorithm rotates the buy box throughout the day to ensure companies sell their products. Because think about it, if only one company sold all of the products and nobody else got a sniff, people would stop selling on the platform. Amazon's goal is to make sure everybody who is competitively priced. Now, if you're selling this thing for $93, you're way out, you're not near $88, right? So you're not competitive, therefore you won't get the sales. When you're competitive, you will. And that's all there is to it. Literally, like, you utilize FBA, you price competitively, you're going to get access to the buy box. And once we're the seller in the box, we will get 90% of the traffic and make instant sales for the period of time that we're in that buy box. And we can't determine that. The algorithm determines how long we stay in there. But we got a couple of little secrets about how we can basically take Amazon's AI and utilize it to our advantage. We won't have time to get into all of that tonight, of course. Just to let you know, we got a couple of cool little secrets of our own there. So how does this thing actually work in simple English, right? We're going to sell already well-known brands on Amazon and make money without marketing anything. Now, I have that italicized for a reason. You see, we don't need to do any marketing because people are already searching for those products right now. Like I think the lady was Melissa, was saying, like, in 2010, she bought the toy laptop, the thing that I was selling at the time, right? She was likely went and looked for that, right? She wanted that particular product. So right now, as we are speaking here, people are searching for specific items and they're buying them, right? So we get access to those brands by finding wholesale distributors who are licensed to resell these brands to people like you and me. And that's the key. How do we get these products? We work with wholesale distributors. Now, it's kind of hard to read, but in the purple there, you'll see wholesale distributors provide the liaison, buying large quantities of products from manufacturers, storing them, and supplying them to retailers and other businesses. So think about, why would a big company utilize this middle person, a wholesale distributor? Well, it says it here, this enables manufacturers to focus on designing, building, and marketing their products without investing in extensive sales efforts or managing relationships. In other words, they don't want to deal with a whole bunch of people like you and me. They just want to like get their product to a company and you deal with it. And here's the cool thing. These companies want to sell products. They want to make money. So working with people like ourselves, they're happy to do so. Why? Because we provide an outlet for them to make sales. Now, just to say, there are millions, hundreds of millions of opportunities out there. I'll prove that to you in just a second. Remember, everything I tell you, I'm going to give you proof to follow that up. So don't worry about, oh, it's saturated this or that, the other. Don't worry about that. There's plenty to go around. So look, these distributors, key point, are located domestically, which means no importing is required. You're not going to get a single item from Amazon. You're not going to be ordering tens of thousands of units. Now, Mike, this is a real world example. This is a company we have quite literally bought from in the past who are stocking these huge brands, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so a little bit later on, we're going to show you an over the shoulder look at how we go about doing this and how you can find some of these for yourself. But just go to show, we're not holding anything back here. You can absolutely go look this company up, go look their website up, some of the products that they sell, and even go in and work with them yourself as part of this business model in the future. Because we have opened up accounts with them and we actually have ordered items and sold them for a profit on Amazon.
There you go. Look, no bullshit here. This is how it works, right? So look, we buy huge branded items from companies like this completely legitimately, and we can make money fast. I don't usually say things like make money fast, but it makes a lot of sense, right? Because of the fact that there's people already buying those items right now. Now, we can get those proven items into stock in 1 to 2 weeks without paying huge shipping rates. And by the way, don't worry, you're not going to need to have a warehouse. You're not going to need to have staff. We're going to be able to utilize another company to do all that for us. So don't panic. It's completely hands off. You're not going to need a warehouse. You're not going to need to get your work boots on like I used to have to do. Now, the best part is Amazon, it's kind of a big deal. You can see here, these black bars represent the revenue growth of Amazon over the last number of years. And you can see every single year it's growing. In the current year right now, we expect Amazon to grow again ahead of the $729 billion it produced last year. And by the way, do you see those the percentages there? That was the percentage growth on Amazon year on year. And you can just see, like, during COVID, it obviously went insane. Amazon was one of the only retailers open. So it's not like Amazon is not growing. That is just not true, because you can see quite clearly it's growing. It's just not growing at the same pace it grew at during COVID, because obviously there's more stores open nowadays, which makes sense. And it really wouldn't be good for the world if only Amazon was making money and nobody else was. Also, Amazon are well on track to becoming the first $1 trillion revenue company. That is the size of Amazon. It's absolutely humongous, right? And people like you and me, we actually account for 56% of sales on the Amazon platform. So like, why would Amazon want to work with us? Well, it's because of a very simple fact. You can see here, right? Amazon has 40% market share of the e-commerce market in the US. And it's similar in every other country, even bigger in some other countries. But here's in the purple what I want you to focus on, right? Amazon itself sells 12 million products. So it's definitely true that Amazon retail themselves. But here's the thing. You take into account all the products sold on the marketplace by people like you and me, where 56% of the sales, remember, that number rises to 353 million products. And it says Amazon ships approximately 1.6 million packages a day, $66,000 per hour. So like, if you're worried about saturation, literally, like, this is a humongous market and it's global. You can do it in multiple countries. So don't be worrying about that. There's plenty of business to go around. It's just a huge company. Now, you can take the hard road. You can literally waste months or even years figuring all of this out. You can go on YouTube, try get free content, try put it all together, and you can waste tens of thousands of dollars ordering the wrong products, things you'll never get access to the buy box on, things that don't make you enough money, right? And you just, how do I figure out profits? How do we do all these things? I don't know. Or you can listen to everything we're about to share with you to make it easy to succeed, to get it right the first time. And let's just rock and roll this year, right? That's the choice you have. So we're going to get into the 3 big secrets for building high profit businesses on Amazon, selling Fortune 500 products. Now, by the way, in the comments, look, who is loving this so far? Give me a me in the comments if you're loving this so far. I want to just check in with you guys. I want to check in. Look at this. Their me's are flying in. at this faster than the speed of light, as a matter of fact. So we absolutely love that. That's great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the interaction from every single one of you. So the first secret we're going to talk about tonight is what we call hijack Fortune 500 brands, how to make $100 to $500 profit per day in a few hours per week, selling already proven, already successful products, right? Then we're going to get into risk elimination. We're going to get rid of as much risk as is humanly possible. We're going to talk about how to get it set up and profitable without big upfront costs or taking any risks. You're not going to need a warehouse staff or any of the traditional costs associated with traditional businesses. And the third thing is we're going to show you how to get instant traffic, how to make sales instantly once you get into stock and scale this business to 10 to 100 grand per month in revenue. Again, I know saying things like make sales instantly, in most presentations, that is bullshit. But in this one, it's not, because of what we're talking about. The fact that people are already buying right now. And if we get access to the buy box, we just make sales. It's inevitable. So let's get into the first secret then. With this business model, right? Key point, we sell well-known brands with no marketing. Now, you're seeing a lot of data on this screen. What is that? That is our own tool called Hero Launchpad. We literally can see the Amazon matrix. We can see everything. We can see how many searches people make for very specific keywords. Sorry, my brain wasn't working. Keywords like Hot Wheels, for example. We can see sales volumes. We can see so much because of what we've actually put together. And so we use our custom software platform, as I said, to see this Amazon matrix, right? But how does it actually work, like in good detail? Let me show you. So the first thing is we're only going to sell products that people are actually already buying. This was the example I showed you earlier on of the Nutra Ninja doing $763,000 in a month. So that's the first key component to the system. And some people would say, well, if I can buy something from a supplier, it's not on Amazon, should I sell it? No, no, no. Only sell things where you can use Hero Launchpad. You can scan that with the Chrome extension and you can see the exact revenue that's generating. That's the first key point. The second thing is we find suppliers who supply those products. So a key thing is going to be finding suppliers, finding products. Mike's going to show you that over the shoulder. We've got many methods. We're going to show you one really good method tonight so you can understand what that looks like. But essentially, we would find a product, and let's say it was a Mattel product. We go to the Mattel website. We find these companies who distribute those products. What do? We get in touch with those companies and we open an account. I mean, it's very, very simple, right? We then send those exact items into Amazon. So obviously it has to be this exact Nutra Ninja, and it has to be this, BL 455130. Like that is the exact code of that product. It cannot be anything else than that. It must be that exact item. That is a key point, right? So we get that exact item from a Nutra Ninja wholesale distributor. We buy it from them. And then we share the buy box. We get that item into Amazon's warehouse. I'll show you how in a couple of minutes. We share the buy box and we make sales with no marketing. And the reason there's no marketing is because the minute that says ships from Amazon, sold by your company name, you're literally just going to start making sales at $79 if that's the price you set on that product. You said, hey, Amazon, I've got one of these. I'm selling it for $79. The AI algorithm goes, okay, cool. I'm going to give you access to the buy box for a little while. And boom, you just start making sales. And as you already know, by the way, this is what generates on a monthly basis. There's big volume in a product like that. And that's why when we say instant sales, an item like this would quite literally be instantaneous. Would you agree, Mike? It would be almost instant that you make sales.
Exactly. As soon as you get in stock, as soon as you're competitively priced, as soon as Amazon receives that stock into FBA, which we'll talk about that process, then you could potentially get sales in the snap of a finger, and then it'll rotate through the other sellers as time goes on.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
I don't know the exact time you're going to get the buy box, right? But in like generally we see it can be within minutes to a day or two. That's what we're talking about. And we make daily sales on Amazon on scale. By the way, this is a screenshot of our Amazon account over the last year. So that's just an entire year of business, just to show you what that one account looked like after an entire year of business. And again, it's quite incredible that it worked out at like 1 million on the button. Almost looks like a BS screenshot, but as you guys know, we before we made the training live, we did show you that. And maybe Mike, when you take over the screen, you might just show that one more time, just so people can be put to rest if there's any skeptics in the crowd. Would you mind doing that when you go live in just a minute?
Absolutely no problem.
Great.
Just to
Thank
say,
you.
I personally took the screenshot and I was very excited to see that
Yeah,
even number. So I grabbed it right away and sent it over. So we decided to throw it on the presentation for you here
exactly.
tonight.
Well, we'll give you the exact numbers in a sec. So wouldn't you agree? I'm going to check in with you. Wouldn't you agree that this is pretty damn simple so far? Okay, maybe I don't know how to do this or that or the other, but like theoretically, this is very simple. It's not hard. Yes, so far for sure. Yes, 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 yes. Keep them coming in. So the cool thing is then we only have to focus on three things to be successful. We want to find successful brands with proven products, like we talked about. We find suppliers who carry those brands. We invest in products we know we can sell at a profit. And this is another key point. Before you would ever buy a single item from a single supplier, you would know the exact profitability. And you can see this is a tool that we utilize that literally tells us the net there, $5.42 when using FBA. So like you're not going to be in a situation where you got to get like a spreadsheet or anything like that. We use tools for all of these things that are super cheap, but they help us make a ton of money. And that's a key point as well. We're never going to sell something that, well, how much do we make? I'm not sure. You're going to know exactly how much you're going to make. All right. Now, also another key point here is that we're piggybacking on these popular Fortune 500 brands and we get paid handsomely for it, right? I'm not telling you you're going to be a bazillionaire doing this, but it's something you will make reliable money from every month when you put it into practice. This is a method, by the way, that works on almost every category in Amazon. It's not like it only works in toys or whatever. And just to show you a couple of different examples, this is a tool here. It's like a reciprocating saw. I don't know what the hell that is because I have no clue about stuff like that. But again, look at the right-hand side. Ships from Amazon, sold by Pro Distributing. We have no affiliation with this company whatsoever. They're a real business. And by the way, they're taking a slice of $289,000 in sales per month. This company could be making 10% of those sales. They could be literally doing $28,000 in a month with this one item. I don't know the exact percentage, but it could be as much as that. Here's another product. It's Beauty of Joseon. I'm not sure how you say that. It's $175 per month in revenue, right? Once again, look there. Ships from Amazon, sold by MK Trading, right? Another product here. It's these dog poop bags, right? 541. I actually was only researching this the other day, and at the moment, the sales of this item are way higher. Well, I don't know if dogs are pooping extra this time of year. I'm not too sure. The sales are incredible for this product right now, as a matter of fact. Again, this is our Hero Launchpad scanner that scans these and gives us these data points. So if you could take like a 5% slice of these products that we just showed you, you would be bringing in $50,000 in monthly revenue. And that's data. That's not me making it up. That's not Mike going, well, I don't know. If you made a 5%, took a 5% slice of those sales, that would be your monthly revenue. That's a $600,000 a year business. So let's take a look then at how simple and quick it is to hit $100 to $500 per day in profit. Now, we've got a little tool here that I'm going to show you super quickly. Let me just go here. And this is the joy of doing things live, right? Okay, so it's a little tool that we put together. Michael put it into the chat for you guys in a little bit, but this is a thing that's really nice. So Mike, maybe you could just guide me through this, like, and you tell me what to put into the sliders. Let me know.
Yeah, so let's look at number of suppliers. Let's go with 3 different suppliers.
All right, 3 suppliers. Cool, yeah.
Make it nice and easy. Products per supplier. Let's jump that up and let's look around 5. How about that?
Okay, yep. Profit per
item. I think we could do some good profit. Let's go look at maybe $5 an item.
And by the way, we just showed you guys the Hot Wheels product a few minutes ago that was bringing in like over $5. So like, it's not crazy. Like we should be making a lot more than this on many items, by the way. And so how many sales per product can you make per day on average?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's take a look at what, 4 sales per day.
So if we had 3 suppliers, we're going to show you how to find them. If we had 5 products on average per supplier, if we were making $5 every time we made a sale, every time we got access to the buy box and somebody bought from us, and we were selling four sales on average per product. We're not talking about 10 sales, 100 sales, just 4 sales on average. That would bring us in $720,000 a year in annual revenue and over $100,000 a year in annual profit. And again, I'm not guaranteeing you those numbers. I obviously can't do that, but this is what it's telling us. This is just mathematics, which, as we all know, are irrefutable. So that is how simple it can be to be getting to some really tasty profit figures. The bottom line is you can easily hit those numbers with the right system, right? And you won't need to deal with 99% of the complexity that every other e-commerce business model is going to put you through. What am I talking about? Well, let me tell you, all right? There's a few complexity points of most e-commerce models, and I'm talking specifically about people starting their own websites and trying to drive traffic and all that kind of jazz. So we're going to sell items from well-known brands. It makes it super easy to sell. It's not like we have to convince anybody of anything. People are already looking for those brands. We're only selling successful products from these brands. It's not like we have to sell every product in their catalog. We're cherry picking the ones that are doing the best, and we can get access to the buy box on. We can order small quantities and test multiple products, which makes it really safe. We know exactly how much profit we're going to make. Remember, we use those tools to tell us. We sell lots of different products in different niches. So we're not confined to, we can only sell in the health niche or the yoga niche. We can do anything. Pretty much, by the way. There are some things we, like certain products that, are restricted or whatever, but most products we can just sell. We get instant traffic because we sell things that people already want and already buying. And we make instant sales because we get that instant traffic like we talked about. And therefore, we can make sales within minutes of being in stock. I didn't say you will make sales within minutes of being in stock. I said we can, and we've seen that to be the case ourselves and our clients. But it's not that way every single time, because obviously that would be a load of BS. So the question is, like, why would you ever want to sell things that are unproven and take a long time to get working when you can literally just sell what's making money? Makes sense, right? And why would you only ever want to sell one or two products when you can also sell 10, 20, even 100 different already successful products and make sales quickly? That's a key question. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So if you're already selling on Amazon, this model is like strapping a jetpack onto your Amazon business to get things moving faster. And if you've never started a business before, you've never been on Amazon, you've never had anything online before, it is the perfect way to get into this game quickly and successfully. And that's what makes this, in my opinion, in Mike's opinion, the single most extraordinary opportunity available right now on the internet. And I can tell you, if I had the opportunity you're about to discover when I started, I would literally have crawled on broken glass to get to it. And that's how driven I was when I started. And you don't have to be as driven as that. That's the good news. So let me ask you, right? And we're going to get Mike to share the screen in just a sec. But I want to know, how all in are you? If you're all in on this, I'm loving this, guys. This makes so much sense. Give me an all in the comments. And I'm going to give you guys some shout outs. And the all ins, wow, these are flying. I've never seen any. This is insane. So Mikkel, Bill, Deborah, Helen, April, Martine, Margie, Chris, Melissa, Madison, Cynthia, Debbie. I mean, literally, like, there is hundreds of you guys saying all in, which I love. Thank you so much. Mike, what a crowd, huh? What a crowd. Incredible.
Absolutely.
Okay,
all ins are flying in. I think people are excited. And so very soon, I'm going to show you over the shoulder. We're going to take a look at Amazon, show you some of this stuff actually happening in action. So that's going to be very exciting. Stay tuned. We are almost there.
Coming in like 3 minutes from now, all right? So let's get into risk elimination, right? How do we reduce our risk and not have to deal with warehouses, staff, customer support, or any of that crap? Because we don't want that. We want a business we can run from home or anywhere in the world, and we can make money, and we don't have to have all these annoying things in place. So I'm going to tell you something. Don't be scared. I'm going to recommend you set a company up to get this business up and running. Now, you can be a sole proprietor and run this business from anywhere in the world, but I'm going to suggest to you, in the country you live in, set up a company, a limited company, and then use that to get your Amazon seller account set up and running. That's the first step to success here. Now, again, if you're afraid of that, don't be. It's super simple. We'll guide you through every single step of the process. The reason I recommend a company is I want you to make the most amount of money possible, right? And we recommend an LLC, a limited company. So I'm in Ireland. I'd have a limited company here in Ireland, or I might even set it up in the UK. But we recommend an LLC or a limited company for liability and tax reasons. It's just, that's our preference. But you could literally just be a sole proprietor. I'm not going to listen to that advice, guys. I'm just going to run and do it that way. You can absolutely do that. But the reason that you want to get a company set up of some kind is because you're going to need a bank account in the name of the company and a chargeable credit or debit card accepted by Amazon. The good news is you can use a personal credit card or debit card to pay the Amazon fees. But if you have a company set up, you might as well have a debit card. Don't let this be something that gets in your way. This is simple, but this is going to really look after you when you're bringing in 30, 40, 50, 100 grand a month in revenue. You want that going through a business. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be thinking, I'm going to be successful. Not I could be. Let me get myself set up the right way. And these are part of the game. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter what business model that you're running. You got to be legit nowadays. Amazon has grown up. We've grown up. This is not one of those fly-by-night operations. This is a real deal business that's going to put real deal money into your bank account. So let's get ourselves set up the right way. The second step is then we're going to find suppliers with proven products to fuel the business. And you're like, hold on a second, guys. We've been talking about products a lot so far, and that's true. And we're going to show you a method where we start with the product and we end up with the supplier. But ultimately, we're going to get supplier lists, right? And we're going to get them. So we're going to receive their pricing list from them so we can do the next step. So in other words, we're going to locate suppliers that offer wholesale physical goods at wholesale prices. As I just said, you can literally start with the product and find a supplier off the back of a successful product, which makes sense, right? But there's other methods as well, which we don't have time for tonight. They're super simple. You're going to implement the accelerator strategy to effectively open accounts with these domestic suppliers. It's literally a matter of just Googling them and getting in touch with them. And opening an account can literally take 2 minutes, depending on the supplier. You gain access to their supplier catalogs that outline all the product offers with identifiers, so like code numbers and all that kind of jazz, to make sure it's the exact same item selling on Amazon. Like we said earlier on. Super simple, like not difficult. Mike's going to show you some of that. And then we move into step number 3. We want to cherry pick profitable products that are what we call buy box friendly. In other words, ones that we can share the buy box on. So we search through the product catalogs that we get from suppliers to just see which are the best products that we should sell. Right. And the good news is we have a way to automate a lot of that. We're not going to get into that tonight, but we do have a way to do that. That's literally using our tool to automatically do it for you. But in essence, this is what we're doing. We're finding the best products. We're running the numbers using software to see what's going to make us money. What can we get access to the buy box on? And that's it. We order the products then that we know we can get access to the buy box on. We know are profitable, and we know we can buy like a box of 10 or 20 from a supplier. Supplier is going to say to you, hey, our minimum order value is like $500 to $1,000, which is usually the case. So what that means is you're not going to order $1,000 of one item. No, you're going to cherry pick 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, different products you know you can make money on, you know you can get access to the buy box on from that supplier, and you're going to place your order. Super simple. And then why and how does this remove your risk, right? Mike's going to come on in about 1 minute now, by the way. Well, number one, we don't rely on any one item. We sell loads of different items in loads of different markets. We can test at safe levels. We can order a box of 10, a box of 20. We don't have to order tons of units to get going. We have already proven to sell products. That's all we're focused on. Never selling something we don't know if it's going to sell or not. You share the rewards as well. I want to be clear. I do not want you worrying about, well, what happens if someone reduces their price? What about this? What about that? No. We're going to share the buy box by matching a sensible price that we can make money at. Simple as that. And finally, it is super safe with tiny risk. Why? Because you know the thing sells. You know that the worst case scenario would be you just reduce your price down to cost, what you bought it at. Boom, it's gone. It's done. You get access to the buy box, you sell it out. Job done. You haven't lost any money. So who wants to see this in real time on Amazon? Have Mike take over the screen and just show you guys super quickly how to do all this kind of thing. Give me in the comments, ME, if that is the case. All right. ME. All right, good. We're getting lots of me's coming in. Fantastic. Well, Mike, I'm going to let you take over the screen and I'm going to be quiet for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we were talking about in the pre-game, we'll call it, and take a look at our account. So just to show that's not a screenshot, I just grabbed from January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. So we did just over $1 million in sales, $1,067,000 in sales, pulled a net profit of $217,000. So we had a total margin of 20.37% profit margin there. So Stephen mentioned that we might want to go ahead and review that for anyone who wasn't there. So that's a result of one of our wholesale accounts that we're operating. So I know what everyone is excited about. Let's go and take a look how this business model actually works. So here I am, familiar website, Amazon.com, just at the homepage here. And so there's a number of different ways that you can go about finding products, finding suppliers. So this is one of the easiest ways and also one of the best ways that we know how to go out and find products and then subsequently find the suppliers that can sell us these products. And so this is by finding some inspiration from products that you use, know, like, and trust, some big brand names, and then checking very quickly on Amazon if there's good potential to sell them. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. And so I was actually doing a little bit of shopping on Amazon myself because I sell and I shop. And I was looking at some Lego Star Wars items for my nephew. Nice little gift for him, right? We want to build some Legos together when he comes and hangs out. So all I'm going to do, if I wanted to sell Lego Star Wars myself, I'd go to the Amazon search bar. I would type in Lego Star Wars and I would go ahead and click search, right? This is going to show us all the different Lego Star Wars. So we're kind of acting like a buyer, right? A potential customer in this scenario, right? And so we come in here and we have this little free piece of software that tells us which sellers are actually selling these different items as we scroll over it. And so what we want to go ahead and do is we want to scroll down and we want to take a look at some of these items where there are multiple FBA sellers. So we're seeing lots of these items where it says 4+, 9+, 8+ FBA sellers. So let's go ahead and just open up one of those in the background and let's go and check it out. And I'll show you how we can see if this would be a good item that we might want to sell. Right. So as we go in here, we see this is a Lego Star Wars Galactic Adventures. Right. We come to that right-hand side. We can see, as Stephen mentioned earlier, our buy box. Right. This is our buy box. So it says ships from Amazon and it's sold by Liberty FHG. I have no idea who that is. It's another third-party seller just like us and just like you're going to be. Right. So this tells us that there's other people selling these products. As we saw, there's multiple people selling these products. And so let's take a look at some of the numbers to figure out if it would be a good opportunity. So in the top corner here, I'm just clicking our Hero Scanner. As we mentioned earlier, Hero Scanner pops up and it shows us the data, all the information on this item. So Hero Scanner is showing us our average monthly units sold is 709 units of this specific item. And this item makes $50,963 on average every single month. So this one Lego item, and we saw multiple Lego items that might be good fit for this business model. So this goes to show us right away that there are people selling it already. There are sales happening. There's revenue being generated. And this might be a good potential opportunity for us. Right. So once we've determined that, once we determine there's people doing this, there's good amount of sales happening. Next, you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, that's great that other people are selling these, right? But how can we sell them ourselves? How can we get access to these types of products? And so to do that, quite literally, we come to the world's biggest search engine. We come to Google and we're just going to type in Lego wholesale distributors. And we're going to do a target area, right? It says Southern California. We can do Southern California. We can do New Jersey. We can do New York, right? We focus on selling on the Amazon.com platform. And we want to pick some of these really large states that are going to have a lot of different suppliers potentially, right? So we're going to go Southern California. It's there and it's a large portion of the country with a huge population. So we're just going to pop that in and start taking a look at some of these results. So as you can see, we see Toy House LLC. We want to see some key terms here, right? We want to see words like wholesale. We want to see words like distributor. We want to see words like supplier. That's going to tell us that it's not just a retail store because we want to find suppliers who can sell this at a wholesale price so we can buy it and sell it at a retail price. So as we can see, Lego B2B, business to business, wholesaler, distributor, partner. That might be a good fit. Let's open that up in the background, right? Lego wholesale and distributor. Let's look that up on the background. This is Lego's website, so that wouldn't be a good fit. Top 10 wholesale. That's like a directory for those types of items. This looks like a forum. That's okay. Let's look at funexpress.com. So let's just open a couple of these in the background and go see if they might be good potential fits. By the way, I don't know if they are. Let's have a look, right? So Toy House, become a customer, sign in. Those are good signs, right? We want to have to open up an account with them. So not just anybody, any Joe Blow off the street can open up an account here, right? We have to have a business, be set up for this business model, which we're showing you. And so as we can see, Toy House LLC is an exclusive wholesale partner distributor for smaller specialty and independent retailers like ourselves for Lego systems in the USA. Probably couldn't be a better fit if we were looking to sell Lego items. Literally, all we would do is click become a customer. We would fill out their application form with just our basic information, our names, business details, very simple things we're going to put together. And then we're going to get an account with them, right? They're going to give us a list of all the different items that they have available, probably a lot of Lego, maybe some other toys, maybe some other games and things like that. We're then going to go and use some other tools that we have, right? Hero Launchpad, we have many different tools, things like product analysis. We can take a look at all the products. We can go through a list of hundreds or thousands of products and only look at the products that make us the most amount of money and that sell the best, right? We can use Hero Launchpad to effectively look at all of our profit and our revenue and see how much money we're making on each item and make sure that we're profitable, which is really important in business. Obviously, we're all here to make money, and many other features. Right, let's hop over. Let's take a look at the next distributor or wholesaler here. Looks like they might be located in the UK. So if we're looking to sell in the UK, this might be a great opportunity here as well. As you can see, it says log in. So you have to get an account with them. We can see many different Lego items here. That's a great sign, right? If we're selling in UK, that's probably a fantastic opportunity. Let's look at the last one here before we hop back. Fun Express. So again, when we come in, sign in, my account, those are great things to see. Bunch of different types of Lego, right? So this is another fantastic opportunity where we're looking at some different wholesale suppliers, right? So once we determine what we might want to sell, we open some accounts with some suppliers. They give us some lists. We're going to use Hero Launchpad or software, and we're going to use the various tools like the Hero Scanner that we saw, that we can pop in here and we can see the average monthly units sold, like our grading tool. And our grading tool helps us to go through all those products, right? Like our profits dashboard that's going to help us tell how much money we're making. So we literally have a suite of tools that's going to help you put all of this together and make sense of the business. And then we're here alongside you to show you exactly what types of items to go for, how to find these different suppliers, and ultimately how to figure out which ones you can find that can make you the type of money that we've been looking about. So Stephen, I think that's probably covering exactly how we do this business model.
Yeah.
If you guys understand this, if this makes sense, if you can see what we're saying and how this works, just give a me in the comment section.
Got it. May, here they come. I'll give you guys a shout out. So they're flying in. Wow, I moved. Actually, I can't keep up with you guys. There is no possible way for me to keep up with you. And by the way, don't go running around and here Launchpad. Don't worry about that. We're just showing you stuff right now. Listen to what we're saying, and don't worry. We're going to get into all kinds of stuff in just a few minutes. Okay. So could this be any easier? That's the question. I mean, you find suppliers real easy. They have items that they want sold. You cherry pick the best items. You place an order for some units. The end. And I know that sounds kind of like, whatever, jokey, but that's how simple this business actually is. So step 4, then we have products. We've cherry picked the best ones. Now we place our order. Now we want to get our items into Amazon's warehouse. So what's going to happen is you can prepare products yourself. I don't recommend that. Or you can use a prep center or leave it all to Amazon. The choice is yours. So we recommend using a prep center. That's a place where you can just send your products. They'll get them all ready. And then I'll show you how to get stuff into Amazon. It's super simple. And ship to Amazon. So Amazon will collect your products from the prep center or your location. Now, you've obviously got to be in the same country as Amazon, i.e. a US to US address or UK to UK address. Obviously, if you were living in France, they wouldn't come and collect to bring it to the US. That wouldn't make any sense. So that's why we use prep centers, because it doesn't matter where we live in the world. We can use these companies, and they're like pennies on the dollar to work with these businesses. They have to be, or it wouldn't make sense to work with them. And then we use FBA. So using fulfillment by Amazon or fulfilled by Amazon, we allow Amazon to receive, store, and fulfill our inventory for us, which eliminates the need for us to have to run to the post office, deal with customer support, deal with inquiries and all that. And just to show you, this is like kind of what it looks like in the Amazon account. Literally, like when you say to Amazon, hey, I have this product, I want to send this to you, they'll be like, no problem, we'll come and collect it for you. Right? So you don't have to go get a courier or anything like that. Amazon have set this all up for you, so there's nothing to do. Thank you, Amazon, for making it really easy for you and I to make money, right? And that's how FBA works, just in case, you know, like you're more of a visual person. So you send products to Amazon FBA, Amazon store them in their warehouse, customers purchase them from you, Amazon pick and pack them, they ship them out, and they do with the customer support. Really, really simple. So the fifth step is then making your first sales and beyond, right? You want to ensure your products stay competitively priced to win sales. We restock, so we replenish items for long-term sales, obviously, because something's working for you. You want to keep ordering it from the supplier and keep making money, right? Very, very simple. And Hero Launchpad, by the way, can literally help you just figure that out. You don't have to calculate anything. It'll just tell you, order this many, get them in now, because you're selling a lot. You want to keep your account healthy and your customers happy, and you'll do well for a long time. The good news is, because you're using Amazon shipping services, keeping people happy is easy because Amazon are doing it. And so if ever there's an issue with a shipment or anything like that, nothing to do with you. Amazon take responsibility. They take care of it. There's nothing to worry about. Now, the worst case scenario, because people love to think, Steve, what happens if I buy something and I can't sell it? I can't get access to the buy box. Reduce your price on Amazon to cost and blow it out. That's a simple answer. And the second thing is, you can sell it on eBay for pennies on the dollar, for at cost, whatever. Obviously, cost would be better. So don't be worried about, can I sell or what happens? Look, hey, if you can't get access to the buy box, just sell it out. And the sixth step is growing your sales. So you're going to want to add additional suppliers and products to multiply your profits. And we suggest mixing it up. So you're going to have different types of suppliers and different kinds of products to yield different results. In other words, you don't want to sell things that are just like insanely competitive all the time. You want to have a mixture, some things that have massive turnover, massive revenue. You want to have other things that don't sell quite as fast, because that gives you a nice mix in your business. You're diversified that way. And again, we have some advanced strategies where you can get even more of the market, take an even bigger slice of the sales and profits of more of these products. I'll talk about that in a little while. But in essence, it's 5 steps with a bonus number 6, right? So if you're excited to get this set up immediately, let's just get a comment in there. Let's go now. Let's go now. I want to get some let's go nows in there. I'm going to check on you all. I'm going to make sure you're commenting, right? You guys have been amazing. So let's get into the third secret: instant traffic. How to make sales instantly and get this business to 10 to 100 grand per month. Here's the thing about most businesses, right? People struggle to be successful because, number one, you need a way to get traffic, right? And traffic is actually very expensive and very complicated. If you've ever tried to learn Facebook advertising or YouTube advertising before, you know what I'm talking about. And it can literally take tens of thousands of dollars in advertising just to see some success and just to even figure it out. Like, you literally have to burn through money just to see what ads work or don't work for you. You're going to need to build websites in most cases. You're going to need to spend hours per day on social media. You're going to need to get cold customers to come to your website and buy from you. And I got to tell you something, that's really hard. Not impossible, but it's really hard. Because learning how to sell things is difficult. You got to learn the advertising, the copywriting, photography, all these different skills that right now as a beginner, you likely don't have. I didn't have them either when I started. The great thing about Amazon is we don't need to worry about any of this. It's all taken care of on the platform. All we've got to focus on is finding suppliers, finding products that we can get access to that buy box on, and that is it, right? That's what's beautiful about it. So if you're selling your own product on Amazon, being found can be tough, right? Because it's kind of like Google page 1 again. You're like, let's say you're selling these tomato steaks or tomato steaks, you might say. Well, you've got to get in front of other people and be found. Now, it's not impossible. We do this all the time as well. I'm not saying for 1 second it's not something that is impossible. What I am saying is, though, you've got to get a stranger to click on an unknown brand and give it a shot. And that can be very difficult. So what if then you just sell what's already selling? You don't get involved in something that might sell, could sell one day, possibly. No, you have the data and you can order it and be in stock in less than 2 weeks. And you don't need to do any marketing. You share the buy box and sales will flow. And that's why this is such a big breakthrough. There's no need to create any traffic of your own. The traffic is on Amazon and it's proven. It's quick to launch, right? Once you're in stock, your item will instantly be available for sale. It's Amazon approved because Amazon themselves list reselling as one of the main business models they accept, and it's super reliable. These items will continue to sell as long as you keep sending them in. And it gets rid of every obstacle, every objection, every problem anyone has ever had with selling physical items on Amazon. And that's why it's such a breakthrough. And you don't need to create any listings. You will only sell what's working, as you know. I remember I showed you this example, like you're literally just getting access to that $289,000 in monthly revenue if you had that product. That's why it's instant. That's why it's amazing. And just to show you, Amazon approved this. This is literally on the Amazon website. Resellers find popular products that already exist and offer them in Amazon stores. This is something Amazon recommend, and it's not something that's black hat or weird or anything like that. So every obstacle to success is now gone. And that's why it's the ultimate Amazon profit jetpack. There's no need to go looking for traffic. You don't create images or anything like that. And you're going to make sales quickly because you're selling these proven items. You'll make solid profit margins and your path to profit is going to be quick. And by the way, in under 90 days, you can have a whole new income stream up and running. And more importantly, you'll have an income stream that can fund your life and fund your business. And the reality is that, like, it's really, really simple to have a handful of suppliers and bring in $2,500 to $5,000 profit in a month. Really is not difficult at all. So you find suppliers, you send pre-proven products to Amazon, and your job is done. And as we said a couple of times, but I have it here because it's a question that keeps getting asked, right? You can start with $500 to $1,000 per supplier. You do not need tens of thousands of dollars. And here's a really cool thing. You can use a credit card to actually purchase these items. And that gives you extra time to do what? To sell the products, get the money in before you even pay the bill, right? And these cards also, in many cases, actually come with a points system. So you can use this business to get free flights, perks, and so much more. I pay for my Christmas every year with the points that I receive from American Express from literally doing the business that I'm in. Fantastic. Well, just to say, this is a flight that Mike took to Las Vegas from where he is in Canada, and use his points to get there. And that's a lovely little wrinkle to this business you mightn't have thought of. You can get hotel stays, flights, and so much more. So here's my question. You mightn't know how to do all this just yet. Obviously, we've been here for what, an hour and 15 minutes. How would you? But my question to you is, can you follow these simple and easy steps? Can you learn from us how to do this? Are you available to learning how to do this? That's my first question to you. Are you available to learn how to do it? Let me see. Yes, yes, yes. Yeses are flying in. Absolutely. Excellent. All right, good. And the second thing is this, right? Let's start sketching your path to profits right now. Like, here's our screenshot we showed you. Mike showed you, like, literally live the numbers as well. But what if you achieve just like a fraction of what we've already achieved? Just a fraction. Let's say you do 50% as well as we do. Well, look, that's a $500,000 business per year in revenue alone. But let's say you do just 10%, 10% as well as Mike and I. That's still going to be $22,500 profit in this example in your pocket, paid to you for no risk. For a lot of people, an extra $22,500 a year, it's a big deal, right? And you can grow from there. It's not like you're stuck there. But here's my big question for you. Who thinks with our help, our support, all of our team's help and support, our software, everything that we have, you can do better than 10%? And I hope you're saying, me. I'm going to check on this. Me, of course, 10%. Come on. Absolutely. And someone said teacher salary is nowhere near this. Absolutely. Me's are flying in. Good. I'm glad you agree. I'm really glad you agree. So remember, you don't need a big budget. You don't need to sell your own products. You don't need to take risks. You don't need a website, social media. You don't need staff, warehousing, anything like that. You're not going to be placing big, scary orders. You're not going to be selling anything. It's going to do it for you. You're not going to import from China. But you will make money when you have the right system and guidance. And you're getting 7-figure guidance from us. We've shown you our results. We've shown you our clients' results. I'll show you even more. But right now, 2 simple choices are in front of you. All right. The first choice is Do it with us in your corner. Get access to our step-by-step process, get access to our tools, get access to our team, get access to everything that we have for you, and let's do it together successfully. Or the other option is go it alone. Kind of get it now, Stephen. Cheers, Mike. Sort of understand how this works. I'm going to go and figure this out myself. And I would just suggest to you, for what I'm about to put in front of you, going it alone is far bigger risk. So I've got a couple of rules. And by the way, do you mind if I change gears and let's get into how we can work together? Give me a 3 in the comments if you're cool with me just changing gears. Let's talk about how we can work together now. Let's get some 3s going in there. The 3s are flying in. Fantastic. I always ask that because I don't want to just assume anything, right? So you've got to agree to some simple rules. The first one is that you'll follow the system in full with no deviation whatsoever. I don't want you trying to figuring out anything yourself. You've got to run an honest, ethical business, selling quality products, providing high quality service. So again, I don't want you going to a supplier and being weird or not paying them on time or any of that crap, right? If I hear about that happening, you will not be able to stay in the program because we want to have an amazing group of people. We're bound together. We're on the same path to success. And that's important to us as a company. And here's another one. You mightn't expect this. I want you to agree to help other people become successful when you do. So even now, you can literally lend a hand down to people who are not where you are yet. I'm not saying you have to do this, but you could literally go to someone tomorrow. Hey, John, I was in this great talk with this weird Irish guy and this other Canadian guy. It was really interesting. I think you should check it out. Not saying you have to do that, but that's an example of something you could do right now to help people who are not where they want to be yet. But I want you to agree to help other people when you're successful, because at Marketplace Superheroes, we want to leave an impact, a proper dent in the world, right? And that's how we're going to do it with your help. So we're going to reserve the right to deny anyone who breaks any of these rules. And I just want you to, in the comments, give me an A for agree. Just let me know you agree to the rules. I know that sounds weird, but it's important to me. It's important to Mike as well. The A's are flying in. We have lots of you guys agreeing. That is fantastic. And I love the fact I'm seeing people say, I really want to help other people succeed. That's one of my big goals. That's fantastic. So let's talk about Accelerate then. Let's talk about the single fastest way to add products and profit into your Amazon business. And if you're just starting out, it's a perfect business for beginners without an Amazon business who want to get started with a low risk path to profits. That's what we're going to put in front of you right now. And this system is going to teach you how to get up and running, how to get to $100 to $500 in profit every day without private label, without importing, without any of the hassles and headaches associated with selling on Amazon. Now, we have designed 3 levels in Accelerate to make it easy for everyone here to afford. That's what I'm telling you. No one really does stuff like this, but we do, because we want to make it easy for you to be able to get started and have success. Now, there's 3 levels: Turbo, Dynamo, and Nitro. And this is the most complete training ever created with what I'm going to tell you is the most outrageous guarantee you've ever seen in your life. And that's not me being hypey. That's me being real. And we talked about it at the very top of the presentation. I'm going to cover in detail how guaranteed you actually are. There's actually 2 guarantees in this program. But we've created these packages to help you execute at a pace that suits you. So our higher level packages simply give you shortcuts, speed, ways to get up and running even faster. And so that's why we do it that way. So if you want to take it slower and do it yourself, we've got a package for you. But if you want to go nitro, you want to go at full speed, you want to have the entire might of Marketplace Superheroes behind you, we've got you covered. So my question to you now is, in the comments, F for fast, S for slow. What are you thinking? I want to go super fast. I want to go slow. I want to take it easy. What is your desire right now? Tell me. Lots of F's coming in, some S's coming in. That's totally cool, by the way. We're getting lots of F's, lots of S's, some C's. I don't know why. MEAS. I don't know what that means either. So lots of F's. Okay, good. Medium for some people. Okay, you're trying to say medium. We ain't got medium around here. We don't work that way, right? So the first component then of the turbo level, remember 3 levels, right, is the Accelerate system, obviously. This is an 8-week training system. You get access to it all right now. We don't make you jump through hoops. We don't make you wait. It's there for you. It's going to teach you how to go from complete beginner to wholesale master in just 8 weeks' time. Now, every step is taught in detail with straight to the point videos and resources, all available right now. You can get started immediately. We're going to show you how to get started quickly, find your first suppliers, and get sales moving quickly. And within 60 days, you could be in stock and making money. Now, if you already have an Amazon account, you could be even faster than that, potentially. Can't guarantee that. I don't know you, don't know your work ethic, but you can be. I've seen people do it. And if you don't have an Amazon account, you're starting out, doesn't matter. We can have you up and running in a very short period of time. But here's the bigger thing, up and running for the long term, not for the short term. And the second component are our module breakdowns. So basically you have access to this right away. We brought Mike on with a guest. They broke down every module. They went screen shares, they answered questions, and you just have these as companions to go along with the main modules. If you want, you don't have to go through these, but they're really valuable and they're going to give you extra insights into how to get to $100 to $500 in profit per day very, very quickly. The third component then is our Facebook community. You've likely seen these before with other programs. Our Facebook community is just next level because I'm in there, Mike's in there, our whole team is in there, and we're answering your questions. We're helping remove your roadblocks every day so you can get to $100 to $500 per day in profit quickly. And with this community, you will never be on your own. You're never going to feel like you can't make progress. Why? Because you have us in your corner ready to answer your questions if and when you have them. And the reality is you're not going to have that many because our program is so good and so simple and so detailed. You're not going to have a problem there. But anyway, we also have our software toolkit. This is basically, I said to Mike, look, dude, let's get every tool that we utilize into this toolkit. Now, some of you are watching going, what about Hero Launchpad? I've got something coming for you later on that. So you're going to have to stick around to hear about that. I've got something coming and it's pretty massive, okay? But this is going to show you, here are the tools you need to use. Here's when you need to use them. And also for tools that we don't control, we've got you exclusive discounts. We've got you longer term trials, things like that. But basically, you don't have to go around and try and figure out what tools should I use. No, just use our tools that we run to run our 7-figure company and go ahead. And what happens when you use the exact same tools and the exact same system as we do? Well, the goal would be that you get the same results or even better results. Can't guarantee that, but that would be my goal for you. And the fifth component is our accountability blueprint. Basically, look, this is just short, bite-sized accountability exercises that you follow every week. And by the end of 8 weeks, you got your business built. And we put this in place because sometimes people say, I don't know what to do next. I don't know what the next step is. With this, you will never, ever be stuck. And if you are, you've got the community to give you help and support. So again, in the turbo level, everything so far, $2,997 value, not the price you're going to pay, by the way, but that's the value I place on the 8-week system. And I'm going to actually break down those values later on. I'm not going to just be like, oh, that's the value, quote unquote. I'm going to tell you why I believe they're worth this much money in just a few minutes. We've got our module breakdown sessions, our Facebook community, our software super speed toolkit, our accountability blueprint, total value there of almost $7,000. That's the turbo level. I will tell you, most people do not join at that level, but it's there in case that's the level you want to go at. Most people come into the next 2 levels, and that is the dynamo level. Now, what are we adding in? We're giving you more help, more support. So in the dynamo level, we have live calls on Zoom every 2 weeks. Mike and the team jump on. You can ask your questions about suppliers, products. I'm doing this and I don't know what to do next. Any obstacle that is in your way, we'll face it together and we will obliterate it together as well. And these sessions are going to give you momentum for a whole 3 months. Why 3 months? Because we want you to be launched then. We don't want you to be like, oh, I can't be successful without the guys, or I'll just wait. I have a whole year to use these calls. No, like time is money. So let's get ourselves up and running. And that's why we give you 3 months there, because we want you moving. I want your results. Mike wants your results as well. We're also going to give you the Accelerate event. So we put on what we call our graduation workshop every 8 to 12 weeks or so. And it's a free online event. It's going to be available to you in the dynamo level. And we're going to break down, getting to $5,000 to $7,000 a day in revenue and beyond. By the way, our account's growing all the time. We're going to talk about like what we've learned. What are the things you've got to think about? How can you automate the business even further? And so you're going to walk away with at least 5 or 6 ideas that will make you more than the cost of the whole program by just going to this graduation workshop. We're also going to give you massive shortcuts. Here we go, right? The first one is our supplier shortcut vault. So a lot of people say, well, what do I say to suppliers? How do I negotiate? How do I open my accounts? What do I do? And so we've literally got copy and paste scripts for you. You can just grab and put it in there whenever you're contacting suppliers. We've got opening emails and so much more. We've even got information on, well, if somebody comes back with something, what do I say? We give you scripts for that. So you do not have to be like, what do I say? How do I sound professional? It's just done for you. It's right there, swipe and deploy. We've got our template tank as well. So as you go through the process, you're going to see things like things like purchase invoices. You don't know what the hell that is, right? But when you come into the program, there's little things like this that are important, different little spreadsheets that you're going to be learning to use. And we've just got them made for you. If you're not on this level, you got to go make them yourself. You got to go figure that out. And it's just another way of giving you an edge, giving you a shortcut so you can be getting to $100 to $500 in profit per day as soon as possible. We're also going to give you a legal session. This is something we recorded with our attorney in the US, just to teach you how to protect your business, look after things, and really protect the health of your Amazon account. And now here's a big one, our advanced PPC workshop. So look, you can see we're not giving you more information all the time. We're giving you some extra information, but a lot of shortcuts. This is an example of another edge. In the Dynamo level, it's going to show you how to run simple, cheap advertising on Amazon to get an extra 10, 20, even 25% additional sales for like a couple of cents per day, a couple of dollars per day. Super simple, but it's going to give you an unfair advantage over everyone else. So that was the turbo level. Let's add in the Dynamo level now. So we have our twice monthly live sessions. We have our Accelerate online live graduation event. We have our supplier script vault, massive, by the way, for you. We have our wholesale template tank. You don't understand the value of that right now. No offense, because you're not in the program yet. It is humongous, massive time saver. The legal session, our advanced PPC ads workshop, which is humongous for you. And that is a total value of $12,364. So a lot of people go for this level, but the last level is the Nitro level. This is actually where most people find themselves because every advantage, every shortcut, everything is at this level, right? So what are we adding in here? We've got our Nitro Mastermind. So this is a weekly group session, small group sessions where you will come on only with Nitros. We will have Mike and our team on there answering your questions. You open up the mic, I have a question. So obviously in the Dynamo level, there's calls every 2 weeks. These are smaller and more intimate calls in a non-weird way. And it's something that's on every week. So you have this and you've got those calls if you're at the Nitro level. So you have almost like a full coaching program at the Nitro level. Now, spaces are extremely limited here. We have hundreds of people on here tonight. And it is my belief we might sell out of the Nitro spots that we have available because there's so many people here. There's been so much engagement, so many comments. So I would recommend if Nitro's for you, which is going to be the vast majority of you, get in there as soon as you possibly can. You'll have access to this for 3 months, by the way. Again, 3 months is our period of time. We want you up and running, making money and growing. We're going to give you our Lightspeed Lounge. This is our Slack community. We're not going to actually have you on Facebook. You can obviously join the Facebook community as a Nitro member, but you're also going to get Slack access. Mike's going to be on there. You can DM Mike in Slack and ask him a question. If it's private, you don't want other people to see it, stuff like that. And essentially, you have a 7-figure Amazon wholesale expert on speed dial. I mean, what's that worth you? A lot, right? I mean, this is a guy who's got tons of experience, millions of dollars in revenue, knows what he's doing. It's humongous. We're also going to give you a one-to-one coaching session. So we're going to take a member of our coaching team and give you a one-to-one coaching call. I recommend you use this a bit later in the program with us. I don't recommend you use it early. Why? Because you'll waste the call. I want you to jump on there when you're trying to figure out something in your business. Maybe it's a supplier, maybe it's certain products you're not sure of. And again, to be clear, spaces are limited because we only have a small coaching team. Why? Because we only bring in people who are doing a minimum of 6 figures and beyond revenue in their business to become a coach. We do not want people coaching you who don't know what they're talking about. That's not how we operate at Marketplace Superheroes. That's why the spots are so limited. We have the mine and refine method. This is a methodology, and we're almost at the end, by the way. It's a methodology where you can take existing products that have terrible listings on Amazon, or even there's a listing there, but there's no stock there. You can mine them, find them, refine them, improve the listing, improve everything about it, and in some cases, be the only exclusive seller selling those products. And that is an amazing way to add a bunch of money into your business really quickly and competition free. And so the final thing I have for you at Nitro level, you can see how packed it is, right? Is there's a thing called ASD on in the US. And there's also UK events as well. If you're a Nitro member, you can come to the event and you can come to a meetup and you can hang out with other people. Usually I'm there, Mike's there. And you can hang out with us for the day, get to know one another and all that. So look, tons in these offers. That's the turbo level. This is the dynamo. And now in Nitro, we're adding in that weekly mastermind, the Slack Lightspeed Lounge, the one-to-one acceleration session, our mine and refine methodology, and of course, our ASD event networking meetup. Now, that's a total value of $19,746. I'm not going to run away from that value. I value it at that level because it is packed. Like everything is in here. Every advantage, every shortcut, everything you could possibly want is available to you in this level. And that's why it's valued so high. So let's just say then, right, just for a thought experiment before I open up this program to you guys, that, we value at 30% of that $19,000. Well, that's approximately a $6,000 investment for every advantage possible in this business, giving you all those different resources. And so this gives you the ability to make $500 per day in profit over time. Can't guarantee that, of course, we're all adults here, but that would be my expectation for you when you execute it. So I'm sure you would agree. If you paid $6,000 for something, it would be a steal if every day you were making $500 profit. Now, in case you're not convinced, that would be the yearly profit you would make if you were bringing in $500 in clear profit every single day, $182,500. So that's a 96x growth, which is not bad at all. It's a great investment, as I'm sure you would agree. So yeah, you get your 6K investment back in no time at all. As a matter of fact, in 12 days, you would have that money back, which means you have 353 days of the year where you get paid. And that's why I value this at a minimum of $6,000. But it's not about the money, right? As you can see, because you can easily get to there when you execute on this. It's not difficult to get to that level of profitability. So when I say we could charge 6K for this, you can see why. And that is at the Nitro level specifically. So we're not going to be charging 6K for the fully loaded Nitro level. So let's just cross that out. Now, let's just do something crazy. And let's just say, tell you what, let's get you a further discount. So let's cut it in half then at $3,000. Let's say that's what we're going to charge you tonight. Now, if you want a better deal than $3,000, I need you into the comments just to type in the word deal right now. And I'm going to check on you just to see if you're typing in some deals. Deal. All right. Excellent. Well, I'm going to do better than $3,000 because I ain't going to charge you that. So let's cross that out. And let's say it's 2.5. And you want to know something? I'm not even going to charge you $2,500 for the top level here. So you can see why most people take the top level, right? And if this does not work for you, we're going to be sending you double your investment back. I'm going to cover that in a couple of minutes, but that's what we're talking about. So you can get full access to the entire fully loaded Nitro package, every Vantage tonight for just $5.46 per day. That's 3 easy payments of just $695. You don't even have to pay $3,000 or $2,500 up front. You can get started for $695 right now tonight and get everything we're talking about. So I think with that said, give me an L for link. If you want access to the link, you want to get that deal, you want to get yourself into the program. I'm checking the L's. Are the L's coming in? They're flying. Fantastic. Let's get it over here. So everything here, I'm actually going to go here. Here we go. So Lisa will put this into the comments for you guys right now, and you can get yourself into this program at the top level for just $695. That's 3 payments of just $695. So hang on a second, right? Well, you guys go, by the way, go get that Nitro spot if that's what you want. Go grab it right now. You told me that there were not 1, but 3 levels. And as a matter of fact, there's a further discount if you go there and you select the one-time option. Let me actually just show you that in super quick. So actually, no, I'll tell you what, I'll do this first. So there's 3 levels, right? So if you want to move a little bit slower, we can remove some of these huge benefits to bring down that investment for you, because I want to make it available to you. So let's take a look at your options. The first level is the turbo level. It's got the basic information. It's got a lot of what you need. That's $1.35 per day. Let's look at the dynamo level, $2.72 per day. Now look, the Nitro level, everything is $5.46 per day over an entire year. So there's no one here can tell me you can't make $5.46 in a day with this business. If you truly believe that you can't, you shouldn't go into this business. right? Because that is super simple. So get yourself to the link immediately and get yourself in. And I've got some big bonuses coming your way, especially for the first 100 people to get into Dynamo and Nitro. I got a big bonus coming your way. Now, you don't have to pay it all up front. Use the 3 payment option and pay it out of profits. In other words, take the $695 option right now. Let's get rocking and rolling. And then in a short period of time, even the second or even the third, probably more like the third payment, can be paid out of the business. But let's not think about it over the next 3 months. Let's think about it over the lifetime. That's our education. It's going to make us a ton of money over the lifetime of this thing. So wouldn't you agree, finding $5.46 per day is not much of a challenge. We showed you that Hot Wheels product way back when. It was making over $5.46 per day, I believe, in profit. This one sale, one per day. So that's not a problem. The link is on screen. Get yourself in right now. So let's now deal with the common question at this point, and I'm going to give you a massive bonus in just a second, right? Can I buy a lower level and upgrade later? You might be thinking that right now. Can I just buy a low level and upgrade? Well, look, here's the deal. Think about a Porsche and a Ford Focus. If you want to drive a Porsche, right, and that's what your desire is, well, then if someone said to you, okay, well, you want to drive a Porsche, tell you what you do, buy this Ford Focus, see if you like it, and if you do, upgrade to the Porsche. Now, I know that might sound ridiculous or crazy, but essentially it's kind of the same thing. It's like if I wanted the Nitro package, well, then joining the turbo level will not give me the benefits and the experience of the Nitro package. So here's what makes a lot more sense. Join right now by going to the link on screen or going to the link in the chat if you're here live at the level that you want to be at. And then you can always downgrade later if you choose. By the way, almost nobody downgrades. Why? Because of the level of help and support and results this program achieves. So here's the better idea. Buy the Porsche. If you love it, keep driving it. You can always change to the Ford Focus at a later time if you want to do that. So get to the link on screen, get yourself in. Now, here's the thing. For the first 100 people tonight, and we have hundreds of you on, as I know you're seeing from all the comments coming in. For the first 100 people, if you join Dynamo level, we're going to give you 3 months access to Hero Launchpad wholesale, the wholesale bundle for free, 3 entire months. You join the Nitro level, first 100 people, we're going to give you 6 months access to Hero Launchpad completely for free. Now, if you're watching the replay and you hear my voice and you see this, that means this is still available to you, just so you know if you're on the replay. But to those of you guys here live, maybe you snap up all the spots tonight. I don't know. So what I want to ask you right now is, there's 3 levels of this program, right? Oh, and by the way, that's a $340, $42 saving for you. Up to you. Don't join tonight. Buy Hero Launchpad later. Pay $342 or get yourself into the program and get this included. I know what I would be doing if I were you right now. All right. And again, with Hero Launchpad, you're going to be able to scan listings to check the sales volume like we showed you earlier. And this is going to help you easily find winning items. And you're also going to be able to upload supplier lists and have the tool find money for you. We did not have the time to go through this tonight, but there is a whole bunch of incredible automations you can do with Hero Launchpad that will make this so easy to find successful products. Like literally, you can upload a supplier list of products via an Excel sheet, and this tool will tell you, here are items you should sell, here are items that you shouldn't sell. You're getting 3 months at the Dynamo level, 6 months at the Nitro level, but you got to get into the program ASAP because we're not going to have these hanging around for too long. All right, let me keep going here. This tool will also do, like I said, more advanced stuff, like keep you in stock and make sure you're profitable. There's no point getting into those advanced concepts tonight, but just to let you know, this tool is going to do that for you. You're not going to have to figure it out with spreadsheets. You're not going to have to be some kind of mathematical whiz. You're literally just going to follow the process and get results. All right. Now, I just wanted to check in with you while we're here. I am seeing an unbelievable amount of you guys getting into the program. Let me know in the comments. T for Turbo, D for Dynamo, N for Nitro. What level are you coming in at this evening? Let me know. Look at this, lots of N. Look at all the N's flying in. Awesome, guys. I recommend you do that because it's going to go quick. And any T's, totally cool, by the way. Any D's for Dynamo, totally cool as well. No problem whatsoever. I don't want anybody to feel less or anything like that. You are not. And look at all the N's. Holy crap. Okay. These Nitro spots, they could be gone tonight. This is nuts. Well, look, think of this as your profit dashboard that makes this business easy to run. When you've got the system, when you got the software, when you got the support, you literally have the combination to the safe. When you think about it, right? Now, we're going to get that link into the chat continually because I know there's going to be lots of comments flying in. I want to make sure you guys can get yourself into the program with no messing around whatsoever. And I'm just seeing you guys are joining like crazy. Holy crap. Okay. I got to keep going here. Okay. So what happens when you put in the exact combination into the safe, right? Well, we know what happens. The safe opens. But here's the other thing I want you to consider. If you have even one digit of that safe incorrect, the safe will not open. It will remain closed. But what we're giving you is the exact combination, the exact process that we utilize to get the results that we've shown you and the results that our clients have shown you. So it stands to reason, if you had the exact same combination code, the exact same tools, you could also achieve similar, if not better results than those people. Wouldn't you agree? Right? And that's what it is. It opens the safe and money opens out whenever the combination code is correct. All right. Now, what you're about to get your hands on, you're never going to have to worry about money again when you take this seriously. And you will have the opportunity to live the life that you deserve. And here's why I do this as well. If you hate your job right now, you're not happy where you are in your life, I have absolute sympathy, empathy for you. Why? Because I've been there myself. And so this is a way to do something that's simple, do something that's achievable, where you can get fantastic results and you're not going to have to invest tens of thousands of dollars. It's realistic. It's a real deal thing. It's not biz op, business opportunity. This is a real thing that can work for you. So again, clients just like yourself start out with nothing. Here's Gary, did $9,600 a year today, just got started, hadn't even done anything, just like a month into it or whatever. Here's Ute. Last month, he had $8,000. He never had a business before in their life, and they now have a business, $8,172. Get to that link, by the way, because spots are filling up super fast here. I mean, holy crap. Get yourself in as soon as you possibly can. We'll keep sharing that link just to make sure you guys can get yourself into the program. So here's Humberto. Look at this, right? $2,000 per week he was doing there. And he was saying he had a 66% return on investment, $17 profit on one of his items. His other one was $25 profit, right? And so $2,000 in a single week, that's $104,000 in a year with just 2 products, right? And he is adding more products to his business all the time. So again, with like little hinges can swing really big doors in a business like this because of what we're talking about. And by the way, I'm going to get to questions, stuff like that in just a few minutes, but I've got a question for you. Have you ever taken a course and not put it into action? Because I know that I have. And the reason that likely you and I have done it in the past is what? Habits are hard to change on your own with no support. If you were left to your own devices and you walked away today, it is very likely you will continue to do what you've always done and therefore get what you've always got. And it's my job as someone who's here to truly help you make a change, to just get you to do that, to do whatever I've got to do to help you make a change, to change your behaviors. And by the way, if you're with me, you're going to change your behavior. You're going to get yourself into the program knowing you're going to be guaranteed to the hilt. Just give me a with you, to let me know you are with me, with you in the comments. I want to just see some with yous coming in. Laurie, awesome. Mayar, right? Look at this. Madison, Deborah, Lena. Well, okay, already I can't keep up. So awesome. Deborah, Laurie, I mean, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. Let's keep going here, though, right? So habits are hard. So it's easy to get lost if you don't have click-by-click instructions and action steps to take that will literally produce your business for you, give you the support you need, give you the accountability that you need. And Accelerate provides the guidance you need to start or take your existing business to the next level. And if you don't have a business, to be clear, it's the perfect program for you. It's also the perfect opportunity for you as well to do something that's going to work. So again, get to that link on screen. We are way flying into the first 100 people. So again, I just want to just stress, super important that you get yourself in. And let me just take a pulse. If you're in process to join right now, you're getting your card together, you're getting stuff. Can you do me a favor and type in the word P, the letter P, not the word P, the letter P to let me know. All right, awesome, Laurie. Thank you so much. P for process. So Deborah, Luke, look at this. You guys are flying in. Stacy, Marcy, Tamika. I'm on the Nitro team. Awesome, Tamika. We chatted in the pre-chat as well. That's cool. Emily, Marcy, John Claude. AJ says, what is the cost for Dynamo level? So let me just show you guys. A little bit more. So you go to the link on screen or the link in the chat. I'm going to do that right now for you, just so you can see what happens. So when you go here, all the information is right here. So you can see Turbo, Dynamo, Nitro. You can see the pricing. Now, here's the thing. Most people are coming in here at Nitro because you know that we do have a bit of an availability issue, let's call it, with Nitro because of what's involved, right? So when you come down here, you're going to see two options. You can actually make a one-time payment to get a further discount off of this, or you can take the 3-pay option. I don't mind what you do. I see a lot of people taking the multi-pay. I see a lot of people taking the one-time. Whatever you want to do is fine by me. I really don't mind. I just want to get you in and get your results. Now, if you live in Ireland or the UK, you may be charged VAT. This is completely normal. It's a government thing. It's not a me thing. Just to make that clear, if you live outside of the US, Canada, you live in Europe, or if you live in the UK, it's a government thing we have to charge. All right, it's as simple as that, just to make that super clear. But just to be also doubly clear, you can go here and you can get all the information, see everything that's in here by just going to the link on screen. Rather than me just going through everything, you can see it all right there, and you can make a really great decision for yourself and for your business. Now, let's keep going here. I want to get you access to the exact proven system that's allowed our students to see huge results. I mean, here again, people that are just starting, I love showing people that are just getting going because that's where you are now. So let's show you more results that look just like that. Here's Obed, right? Just got up and running, and he did $4,646 here in literally his first month. Fantastic. Here's Will, actually. His name is not on screen. Will, awesome client of ours up in Canada. $1,100 in his first week in wholesale. First ever week, $1,100. Never had a business before in his life. That's what's possible with this. Show me other businesses where you can do that in your first week, and then you can go on to do big things. They just don't exist. Most businesses out there, they take so much time and effort. None of these guys had to put any money into advertising. They simply went and found things that are already working, got them in stock. That's success. And the system is even responsible for bigger results like ours, like these people, 30 grand the last 7 days. 30,000 Canadian in the last 30 days. Like, it's all here. So to get access to the breakthrough program, you got to get to the link on screen right now. And I'm seeing so many of you guys join. I see so many of you in process. So wherever you are, number one, if you joined, congratulations. And secondly, if you're in the process of joining, I can't wait to get you into this program and get you massive results. Now, I want to tell you, you got two guarantees here. The first guarantee is a simple 30-day, no strings money back guarantee. So we look at this as this, right? We call it the 29-day, 29-minute guarantee. So 29 minutes from now, if you're like, this is not for me, I know I'm out, no problem. You can email support. We'll take care of you. We'll give you your money back. We're not going to hold your money. Not going to ask you to show us exercises. Not going to ask you to do any jump up and down, nothing like that. Really, really basic and simple. But if you're at day 29, hour 23, minute 59, and you're like, no, it's not for me, you can email support and we will just send you your money back. If I can't make you money, if Mike cannot make you money, if the entire Marketplace Superheroes team cannot make you money, we don't want your money. We're going to give it back to you. All right. And that said, though, within 30 days of starting, you're going to be well on your way to profit. So we've got no fear of making this a no questions asked guarantee. Now, look, that's a little bit of a boring guarantee. It's a great one. You effectively got 30 days to try out this program. But here's the bigger one. How about you give us the risk? So we're going to give you an entire 12 months to get major results with this program. So if you do not at least double your training investment in Amazon sales inside the 12 months after you complete the program, we're going to give you double your training investment back as our way of apologizing to you for wasting your time. Tell me someone who is going to go to these lengths to guarantee your success. Because here's the thing, right? You're betting on yourself for success right now. I'm betting 10 times on your success, because whatever you do, I want to go further. I want to go faster than you do, because that's what it's about. If I just was like, oh, buy the thing, and if it works, whatever. That's what most people do. That's not how we operate here. So again, you have two massive guarantees. So really, like, there's no there's no reason to walk away tonight and not at least get yourself into the program. Why? Because you've 30 days just to try it out. And if you do everything we tell you with nothing left out and you follow every single step, I'm going to give you double your money back if you don't double your training investment inside a year. Now, here's the thing. Is it too good to be true? Common question. I totally understand. I will say if there are live calls in your package, Dynamo and Nitro, we ask you to show up to a good percentage of the live calls. Because if you never showed up to a live call, you never took any help and support, how could I, in good conscience, possibly guarantee your results? How do I know you'd never listened to what we had to say? It would be impossible. So we'll check on that type of thing if after a year you come to us. By the way, we've never paid this out ever, not because we don't want to, because we just have never had to. Secondly, you'll need to show us that you've watched all the video training and applied it correctly. So you got your Amazon account set up, right? Because again, if you didn't watch the training, how would you have a business? Secondly, if you didn't even set up an Amazon account, you had no way to even sell anything. So it would be absolutely impossible for us to be able to give you that guarantee because it wouldn't be fair. And you'll also need to have reached out to a certain number of suppliers, opened accounts, and done everything that we've shown you to do without deviation. Because again, if you went through the program and all of a sudden you did something crazy, I'm not saying you will, but you did something crazy, I can't guarantee that. It's like, oh yeah, Stephen, I learned how to do this from you, and I actually ended up selling on eBay. Okay, well, I'm not teaching you to sell on eBay. So you didn't follow the process, you followed with deviation. But basically what we're saying is this, look, you were going to do all those things anyway, because you're a good student, you want success for yourself and for your family. What we're saying here is this, you do everything you're supposed to do in the next year and you don't get results, which is borderline impossible, by the way. Just to say borderline impossible, when you follow us, we will give you back double your money. So you join tonight for $2,000 and you don't get results with this, I'm going to be sending you a check for $4,000, which puts me in a situation where what? I've got to make you successful. Mike has got to make you successful. And that's a good position to be in. I don't want to be in a position where I'm not asking you to do anything I wouldn't do. So truly the worst thing that can happen is you get double your money back. You really have nothing to lose here and everything to gain. As a matter of fact, the bigger risk right now is to not join because you have 30 days just to try it out on its own. So let's go. By the way, give me a go in the comments. You're ready to go. You're in process. You're already in. Whatever it is, give me a go in the comments right now. Right now. All right, go, go, go. And by the way, those guarantees, Lee, apply to every level. Every level. Every level. Just so you know. We don't mess around here. All right? Good, good, good. Excellent. I love that, everyone. So as you can see, this is as comprehensive as it gets. Every single thing that you need is here. You can get the sales and profits quickly with tiny risk and big rewards. And anyone can do this, no matter the level, no matter if you've never had a business before, you've never thought you'd ever have a business before. I don't care. You can be successful because we have the map. We have the process. And also remember, you're one of the first 100 people in Dynamo or Nitro, you're going to get access to the software completely for free. If, by the way, you're at turbo level, you can also get access to Hero Launchpad 7-day free trial. And then after that, you go from there. So again, you can still get going for nothing up front, just to make that super clear for you guys. Now, even if you can only squeeze 5 to 10 hours per week in, you can use this system and get it making money for you right now. And remember, this is a zero previous experience required business. If you can use a laptop, you've got what you need to make this work for you. I'm not being jokey there. I'm being serious because we're going to guide you from step 0.5 right through to the end, step by step, with absolutely nothing left out. And this is what we call a click along with us training. You watch and apply. You're not going to sit there through hours of pointless bullshit theory. You're going to watch Mike do what he does and apply, and you're going to get results as a result of that. Forgot to mention, any updates to the program, anything like that is all included. We do not ask you for any more money in the future because you've gone all in with us. So we don't need to ask you for more. So again, just to make that clear, I'm not going to ask you to pay us more money whenever we update the program, because we update it along as Amazon makes changes or whatever to make sure this is absolutely not just cutting edge, but bleeding edge. Now, every single obstacle is gone now. You don't need to go looking for traffic. You're not creating listings. You're going to get sales quickly because you're selling items that are already proven to sell. You're going to make solid profit margins. You're going to make in around 20% net profit, maybe even 25% net profit. Remember, Humberto was talking about return on investment of 66% and all that. That's slightly different than net profit. But just to say, you're going to be in that 20-25% range. And sometimes it could be a little bit lower depending on how competitive the item is and stuff like that. But here's the big point. You're going to multiply the money you have now into more money in the future. And in under 90 days, you'll have a whole new income stream up and running. And even a handful of suppliers, you can be at $2,500 to $5,000 a month in net profit. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that you listening to me right now, you follow along with us, you can do it. I'm just checking in. By the way, lots of people joining, which is awesome. Congratulations to those of you who do. Now, we believe that Accelerate is simply a breakthrough for those who wanted to make money on Amazon, but were intimidated by private label selling or other methods just didn't suit them. This is absolutely for you. And that link is on screen. It's in the chat as well. So just make sure you get in because we are flying in the Nitro level right now. And this is the best Amazon opportunity. If you're struggling to get started online and you want an opportunity where the risk levels are almost zero, it's for beginners who don't have massive budgets and want a way to dip in and make profits. It's for people with absolutely no experience of online business who want to partner with the world's #1 e-commerce site and get access to their customers, their warehouses, their staff. And that's for people who want to supplement their existing income with something that's proven to work and proven to work quickly as well. It's absolutely for you also. All right. And how can Accelerate help you specifically? Well, that's a great question. So the first thing is, it's going to give you the ability to choose how your day goes again. You can screw that alarm, destroy your commute, and actually enjoy your life with a business that either supplements your current income or eventually one day replaces your existing income. That's where we want to go. You build up your battle freedom. Say goodbye to your boss. Hello to freedom. Create more money that can be reinvested into your business. Like over time, we can teach you other advanced Amazon strategies beyond what's in this program. And you can get to 50 to 100 grand per month overall. By the way, you can get to that level, even what's in Accelerate. Absolutely. I'm just saying there are other things you can do down the line when you're making money on the platform that we can introduce you to really multiply and grow this into potentially a huge business. Maybe a multi-million-dollar business per year, depending on what, your situation is. You're going to be able to work from home wherever the hell you damn well please. I like hotel lobbies. I like warm climates. Don't always get to go to the warm climates because I got 2 kids now, but we do get to go quite often. And it's great when we do that. So it give you and your family peace of mind, knowing that like, no matter what happens in the world, no matter what's going on in the kind of crazy economy out there, it doesn't matter because why? Amazon are going to continue to thrive no matter what. And as a matter of fact, during when there were recessions in the past, Amazon was the one company that was continuing to grow. Why? Because they're selling hundreds of millions of different products and they're selling things that people need. You can literally sell things that people need, by the way. It doesn't have to be Lego products all the time or anything like that. You can sell stuff that people use every day. Things they're going to buy no matter what happens. So freedom is coming back. We're out of COVID now. We can travel again. Financial freedom is available. Time freedom is now available. And the big one is location freedom. If you're not happy where you're living right now and you're looking for a business that can unshackle you from your current location to something that works, something that's far away from where you are right now, you have the availability with this process and with this program. And no matter what motivates you right now, Accelerate can help give this to you. It'll make profit getting on Amazon and just online in general a whole lot simpler and a whole lot faster than ever before. Now, again, I said this earlier on, I want to cover this right now. And I'm going to give you a reason to join right now. If you're listening to my voice on the live call right now, I'm going to give you something no one else is going to get in just a second. First of all, we can only accept a certain number of people due to the nature of how the program is delivered. So Nitro level, for example, Dynamo level, we have live calls. We do not want thousands of people on a live call. That's just not how we want to operate. We start delivering the training immediately. It's available right now. We want to get you moving quickly. Now, for those of you who are one of those people who are like, I hear all the information. Everything makes sense. I know I have 30 days to try the program. I know I have a double your money back guarantee, but I'm still going to wait. Just to let you know, we will be closing this offer in just a few days from now. But I'm going to give you also a reason to join immediately. And by the way, remember the software is for the first 100 people in Dynamo, first 100 people in Nitro. Overall, you've got to get yourself in to get access to that. And we don't have a reopen date for this offer. You cannot get the software, for example, currently in our current Accelerate offer outside of this presentation tonight. We put this on because both Rachel and Sophie invited us to present to you, and we wanted to put something here that made this a true no-brainer. And adding in the software for either 3 or 6 months, depending on what level you join at, is just a no-brainer. So get yourself in. Lisa will continue to put this into the chat. I'll bring Lisa on in a sec just to we'll talk about some of the questions you might have had that maybe I haven't answered, but I've got lots more to go. But look, every advantage, every shortcut's here. It's actually $5.46 per day over the course of an entire year at the Nitro level. But remember, I see people joining at Dynamo. I see a couple of people joining a Turbo. That's absolutely fine. Whatever level you find yourself at is totally cool with me. My advice to you, though, is just to get into the program and let's get moving. Let's not waste any time. Let's go and be successful. Remember, Dynamo level, 3 months access to Hero Launchpad for free, and Nitros get 6 months access for free as well. And I'm seeing the Nitros absolutely flying in continually. We still have plenty of spots there, just to let you know, but it is flying at speed of light, which is fantastic. Now, the whole package, remember, you can get everything, every advantage for $695. 3 payments of $695, and there are other payment options available as well. I have seen a lot of people, by the way, taking the $1995 option for Nitro because they make a further saving doing that. Also, if you've got a current business, remember, you can put this through as a business expense. This is education that you can utilize, and it's just something you put through. If you don't have a business right now, in the future, when you get your business up and running, put this through as a cost, as an expense in your business, get the money back out, and then it'll come off your profitability, which means it is tax efficient as well. That's just another benefit of knowing how to run businesses, right? So again, get yourself in. The link's on screen. We'll get into the comments. Now, look, more people starting from scratch. Farah here, last 30 days, $1,008. Just got started. Never had a business before in this person's life. Renee, just, damn, it feels great. Multiple sales rolling in. Been days and sometimes times when I felt like it wasn't going to happen. But with the help of the community, I got up and running. And again, capacity issue, just want to remind you that, but let's keep moving. Now, I just want to remind you, we have the 12-month double your money back guarantee. Just to say, you are in no way taking a risk by joining this program, because even your results are guaranteed as long as you follow the process and do what we're teaching you to do. You're going to have an entire 12 months to get major results with the program. And as we said, if you don't double your training investment, I'm going to send you back double your money. And as we said, there are some very simple criteria that we want you to follow, but it's really very, very fair. Now let's keep going. If you follow every step of the process that we teach and you purchase products and do all the things that will make you successful, and you execute this for a whole 12 months after you complete the program, but for some unthinkable reason, you don't double your training investment, we're going to wire you back double your money. So my question to you right now, if you're sitting here right now and you're like, should I join? Should I not? What's stopping you? You got 30 days to try the program out. Get to the link right now before we run out of spots at different levels, and before we run out also of the software levels, okay? The worst thing that can happen is that I send you $1,000 to $4,000 with my apologies. That's the worst thing that can happen. Because if you say, well, no, Stephen, that's not true, that means then you just didn't do anything. And that is an even bigger tragedy. But you're not going to do that. Let this be something different. Let this be new behavior that you're never going to go back ever again to what you were doing previously. That's what we call making a decision. A D, away or from, scissare, cutting away from the bullshit of the past, cutting away from all the reasons why I couldn't be successful, why I wasn't successful. Screw all that. Let's go all in here together, knowing you're guaranteed, and let's make some massive progress. So maybe there's a couple of things run through your mind right now. Here's a common one. Should I buy this now? Well, look, there's hundreds of you still on the call as I am talking. And I'm going to say to you, not often I say something like this. Yeah, you should buy it now. Why? Because what have you got to lose? You can come in and learn something that has the potential to completely change your life forever. And you've 30 days to give it a go. If it's not for you, that's cool. You also have the 12 months to get massive results. So the only reason you shouldn't buy this now is because you absolutely are going to just do nothing with this. And I would suggest to you, if you've been here now for over 2 hours, it's highly unlikely you're that type of a person. Why would you be here otherwise? Clearly not where you want to be right now. And that's okay. That's not me attacking anyone here on this call. You're not where you want to be right now, and that's fine. But what's not fine is having an option whereby you can try it for 30 days and staying doing what's not been working for you. And that's why I get passionate about this part in the presentation, because I know what it was like to be penny pinching, to be looking at the cost all the time, to never experience what it's like to multiply your money. I know what that feels like. I've done it for a long time. I did it for a long time in my life. And I'm just here and I'm not going to move. I am here to make certain you get yourself in so that you don't have to go through that bullshit experience. So I don't want that for you. There's 2 guarantees. There's no reason not to get in. How much am I going to need for stock? We covered it a lot tonight, but I'll cover it again. I think we could cover this any amount of times and it will come up $500 to $1,000 per supplier. Practically nothing. You're going to take that $1,000. You're going to turn it into $1,200 to $1,250. And you're going to take that and multiply right up until the point where you're financially free. That's what you're going to do. How long until I'm making sales with this? Well, like I said, from the time you get into stock, you literally can be making sales within minutes. I can't guarantee that for obvious reasons, but it literally can take minutes to be in stock and making money with this business. If you've got no Amazon account right now, if you've got no business right now, I'm going to suggest to you in the next 60 days, you can be up and running and getting rocking. It will depend on a couple of factors, but that's where you can be. If you think that's long, by the way, take a look at what's happened up until tonight's call. How long have you been in a situation where you've been thinking about getting into business? It could be years. How long have you been doing the quote unquote wrong thing? Working in a job that doesn't serve you in your lifestyle. You're not happy. It could be 10, could be 20, could be 30 years. So in 60 days to have a new income stream up and running, could even be 90 days. So what? That's nothing. And it's something that can serve you, your family for the long term. I'm not sure I have enough time for this. Look, I've got a wife and 2 kids, and I've got multiple businesses. I know that we all live busy lives. I get that. But if you're not where you want to be financially right now, you're going to have to look at changing some behaviors in order to change your life. And that might mean doing some uncomfortable things. It might mean finding, someone to mind the kids for a little while. It might mean you mind someone else's kids and then they mind your kids on another night, just so you have enough time to be able to do things. And ultimately, and I know it's going to sound a little bit cold, but it's just how it is. If you don't put time to change in your life, there's no way to do it. No one's going to do your push-ups for you. You've got to do your push-ups. We're going to give you every help and support that we possibly can do, by the way. There's certain things you're going to do here to get results. So I'm going to suggest to you, if changing your life is important enough to you right now, you're going to find a way to make it happen. And again, I would just say, even if you can't find a way, I'm going to swear, you got to fucking make a way. Do whatever it takes. Go all in. Let's get rocking. So how many suppliers am I going to need to work with? Very common question. Mike's business that we showed you there, our account, that's about anywhere from about 5 to 7 suppliers. And over time, built up to in and around 200 different individual products. That didn't happen overnight, though. And that's really not that much, because some products make a small number of sales, some make a lot more. You're talking about between 5 and 7 suppliers to get to $1 million business. It's nothing, right? Or if you don't have an Amazon account, so what? We'll show you how to set up one. We'll show you how to set up a company. If you allow things like that to get in your way, that's the little voice in the back of your head that's always been telling you can't be successful, filling you with bullshit, because that's a bullshit excuse. Oh, I don't have an Amazon account. Neither did I when I started. Neither did Mike when he started. We went and got one. We can help you go and get one. So let's not have that as an excuse. Let's instead say, how do I get an Amazon account? What module is that in, guys? I know I'm going to get help and support. I can ask a question in the Facebook group if I don't know what to do. Do I need a company? I would suggest you use one, but I cannot force you to do that. If for whatever reason you say to me, I'm not going to use a company, I'm not going to say, don't do that. I'm going to say, okay, cool. But I'm also going to say, I suggest you have a company, because you're going to build something big, something successful, something that makes real money. So it would make sense to have a company for tax and liability purposes. What about returns? Easy as pie. Amazon does it for you. You don't have to worry about it. Someone wants to send it back, Amazon will deal with that person. It's nothing to do with you. By the way, give me P for process, just to let me know that you are in process as well. I need to know that also. P for process. P for process. Please let me know in the comments right now. It's super important that you do that, by the way. I'm just going to jump out of my slides just for a sec, because my thing is acting a little bit weird. Oh, crap. Zoom's acting incredibly weird now, because I actually put myself out of my slides. Wonderful. Okay, P for process. You guys are still flying in. Awesome. Awesome. John says, waiting for you to finish the talk. Okay, well, I wouldn't do that, dude, because you're going to miss out on those additional bonuses that I mentioned if you do that. Okay, let's keep going. So let me ask you a question. Would it be worth investing about $5 per day to make $500 per day? Yeah. So you trade $5 per day, and you know at the end of the year, you're going to make a total of about $118,000. Like, yeah, of course. And that's what you're going to get access to starting at just $195. If you come in at the turbo level, there are a couple of people doing that. You are entitled to do that. That's not a problem. You can come in at that level and you can get access to that type of thing. But as we have covered many times, to get every single thing, every single support, every single advantage, it's $5.46 a day at the top level. So it's just practically nothing. And just to be clear, like to make $5.46 a day with this business is what I would suggest to be child's play. And if you don't believe that's because you just haven't been in the business yet, we can get you there really quickly. So what's the real value of Accelerate? Let's talk about that. Well, Mike and I, we would charge over $2,000 per hour to work with us on a one-to-one basis. And if you think about it, if we were to personally guide you through Accelerate, it would take us over 20 hours. That puts the program, us doing it with you, at a $40,000 cost. Now, obviously, that's beyond like the vast majority of people to do something like that. But we have to, because it's almost an entire week of our time. We're running Amazon accounts. We're running a training and services company. And it's impossible for us to be able to put out that amount of time. So seeing as this is an online program, we could easily charge 10% of that 40 grand. So we could easily charge $4,000 with everything included to help you be successful. Well, we refuse to do that. We want to make it affordable. So we're charging half of that at the top level here, and you can get started for less. So look, here's Keith. I love talking about Keith's story. He just got going there. Keith came to Marketplace Superheroes a long time ago. And I have no problem telling you that he struggled. He wanted to come in and start his own brand on Amazon. And the reality for Keith was it was just beyond him. It was a bit too much money to put into the business, and he was too afraid. But he found this wholesale model through us. And look at this, in the last 7 days here, $861 in sales. And I got to tell you, this is a guy who was terrified of getting into business. And even he, with so much fear, got himself into stock and got himself to success. And I have no doubt this year, Keith is going to go on to do big numbers, but it's up to him. And obviously we're giving him all the help that we can, but that's what's possible, right? Here's Jose traveling around the world. He's abroad here. I think he was in Greece or somewhere. I think he said in this picture, but again, running his business out of the UK. So again, global business doesn't have to be just in the US. Guy just got up and running, just got rocking. There he goes, making money. So again, everything is here, 3 payments of $695. Every advantage, every shortcut for $5.46 or $5.71, depending on if you come in on the one-time or the multi-pay, total value of $19,746. So again, for any of you now that are like, what's holding you back here? I do want to take questions and we will get to that. But before I get there, I got to tell you something. We, myself and Mike and the whole team, we want to help you, but we just cannot do this on our own. All we ask is you give a 30-day commitment from you now, just to give it a try. That's all I'm asking you to do. Get to the link on screen, link in the chat. We'll put it there again. That's all I want you to do. We've helped literally hundreds of people just like you get this up and running. All we're asking you to do is follow the path. But if you don't take the next step, there is nothing we can do for you. Why delay this, right? When we've covered, when you're covered for the next month, just a whole 30 days. At that point, you're going to know whether this is something you want to do or not. By the way, there's hundreds of people on here. And I need to know what's holding you back. And if you say it's money, look, there's not a whole lot I can do with that. You've got to be resourceful if you want to be successful. And I would suggest to you, if you're going to be buying stock and bringing in products, like if you can join the program, it's going to be very challenging to you to be able to buy stock. You've got to become resourceful. What can you do? And some people use a credit card. I'll put on the credit card and I know I can pay it off over time. I can't tell you to do that. I can just tell you this is what I've seen people do because that's a way for them to get involved. And so that link is on screen. Get yourself in. And between our community, our weekly streams and our coaching calls, you literally have us in your corner guiding you every single step of the way. So you got to ask the question, like, what is the value of having 7-figure mentors who are doing this ready to work with you? I would suggest to you that the value is absolutely massive. Because remember, if you worked with us for an hour, we easily charge you $2,000 over the course of a year. There's so much time here. It's a significant advantage to you that's worth a small fortune. So let me give you 10 big benefits. And by the way, I'm going to check in. If I don't see anyone in process, I'm going to end the presentation. I'm going to answer questions as well, by the way. I'm actually just seeing here some of the stuff you guys are saying. I'll actually respond to you as well.
Even I've got quite a big list of the questions pulled together here. So we're ready to answer them whenever you are. I just told everybody I'll pull them all together because my fingers are currently on fire from responding to everybody here. So
yeah, let's do it now. So maybe if you want to put your screen on, you can, or whatever. If you're in that position, if you're not, that's fine.
I'll tell you what, I'll just call them out to you, and we can go ahead and answer them. And I'll leave my lovely little picture there because it's nighttime here, and I'm in nighttime mode. So, is this truly available anywhere? Is like one of the biggest questions we're getting. Can I do it from Singapore, Africa, India, or is this just US, UK?
No, absolutely not. This is available to you in almost every country. You might live in some crazy country that I've never heard of or Amazon has never heard of. I don't know. But in most cases, most of the people that I certainly see here, there's no issue whatsoever. I live in Ireland. I can do it from here. We showed you Shane earlier on, living in Singapore as an example. He can do it. We got people in Australia. We got people in New Zealand. We got people in Canada. We got people in the US. We got people from everywhere, UK, everywhere. You know, does the LLC have to be? And I would just say, when with the LLC stuff, let's deal with that when you're in the program, right? Let's not worry about that right now. Jamaica, absolutely. Janet, yes. So Diana says, I know you can do it from any country. I'm talking about paying taxes, organizing. Like, look, Diana, with respect, there's no point worrying about taxes when there's no money to talk about. If you have a business and it's not making profits, you don't have to worry about taxes. And when you're starting, you're going to start small. And you're going to scale with time. So you don't be worrying about stuff like that now. We will deal with that as we go on together. We'll deal with it. But let's not worry about that now. Let's not make that a reason to not do it, because here's the thing. I find most beginners talk about taxes because they've never had a business before. Taxes are not difficult. We use an accountant to take care of stuff like that. Also, Amazon collect taxes on our behalf in many cases. So my suggestion to you would be this. You just don't have the knowledge right now, which is why you don't know, like, what do I do with taxes? Super simple. So get yourself in. We will help you with that. We will help you with that. I'll actually just leave a slide up on screen just so you guys can see the link, just to make sure you can get yourself in. Let me just find it here. Here we go. All right, Lisa, give us the next question now.
Awesome. So I think the majority of people get that we don't need to pack in the full-time job or anything like that, anything dramatic. But a lot of people have asked, how much time approximately is this going to take per week? Am I talking 8 hours a day here, or what are we looking at?
Yeah. So again, with respect to all of you, we have covered a lot of this in the training, but I also appreciate we've been here for 2 hours, 22 minutes now. We've covered a lot of ground. I totally understand that. So just to be clear, when you were talking about time, really we're talking about 5 to 10 hours per week. That's what I'm asking of you. But if you say that's too much or too little, look, you got to be realistic. Like, to grow a real business, you're going to put some time in, and anyone who tells you, oh, well, like we talked about earlier on, no time involved, no effort involved, no nothing, mostly bullshit. I'm not giving you something that's bullshit and it's not going to work. I'm giving you something real. I'm giving you something that's very tangible and it's going to work for you. But I am going to say you're going to need to put in 5 to 10 hours per week, which is like an hour, 2 hours a day. And even with a busy lifestyle, you can find time throughout the day. You can get up earlier in the morning. You can have the kids minded by somebody. There's always a way when you're resourceful. And by the way, joining right now is an example of being resourceful, right? I've never bought anything like this before. Cool. Okay. Just know you're guaranteed to the hilt. You're guaranteed in so many ways. Credit card companies are protecting you. Everyone's protecting you. So there's no risk to you whatsoever. The bigger risk is walking away tonight after sitting here knowing this is something you want to do, not doing anything, because that's a behavior, and that behavior, you're just not going to see success. So go ahead, Lisa, next one.
100%. So another question we've got is, once I've paid the program investment and, I have my Hero Launchpad access, if I join at Dynamo or Nitro level, how much is this going to cost me? And again, that word cost, right? Over, say, 3 months or over a period of time, what am I looking at cost wise?
Yeah. So Look, when it comes to business, and I say this because many of you have never had a business before, so you don't know what to expect. Business doesn't work like I have a chunk of money and I just throw it at the business. That's not how businesses operate. We operate in things like we call it cash flow, whereby money's coming in from your sales, profits obviously coming in there as well. We're using some of that for some of our expenses, et cetera, et cetera. But to answer the question, like your softwares and stuff like that, like way less than $100 a month. And then when you're getting into like an accountant and stuff like that, you're talking about when you need that, which will not be right away, $100, $200 a month, depending on the accountant, depending on the amount of things that have to be done, again, depending on where you live in the world. But here's the other side of it too. When you worry about expenses because you don't have experience, you don't know what to expect, right? So it's kind of like you're worrying about something that you don't need to worry about right now. It's kind of like saying, I want to win the Olympics. I want to win the 100-meter sprint. And I've never ran before. And I'm wondering what's the spike that's going to get me like the best advantage on the track. Dude, you just need to get some shoes on and start running. That's what you got to do. And let's worry about the spikes later on. And it's kind of the same thing right here. Said with respect, as always, of course. Let's just come in. 30 days to try it out. Let's start learning. Let's learn these skills, because these are real world skills, by the way, that you don't have right now. And it's because no one's been there to teach you before. You've got the opportunity tonight and you're backed up to the hilt. So let's come in, let's start learning, and let's worry about being 40 when we're 40. Let's not worry about being 40 before we're 40. That's my advice to you.
Awesome. Rebecca also asked, will a distributor open an account for wholesale to just a regular person in the US, or is there any special criteria that we need to have?
No, there isn't, because again, these suppliers want to do business. And I know it might sound hard to believe. Why would anyone want to do business with me? But at the end of the day, when you come to them as a serious individual and company, and you use our scripts in the vault, you're going to come across very professionally. If you say to them, hey, after getting their supplier pricing, I want to place an order, they're going to take your money because they want you to place orders. So it's not like they say, well, you need to have like a website and a billion different things for us to even talk to you. Okay, maybe one or two suppliers are a bit like that, but in most cases, it is just not the case. They want to sell their stuff and you're coming and buying it. They're going to do that. They're in the business of selling things. We're in the business of buying and selling things. It's a match made in heaven. And also, the other reason why you're probably thinking that is just because you've never done it before. But you will find that people in business are very open to doing business with people who've got a credit card in hand. And that's what I will tell you. So I understand it might sound scary or whatever, but truthfully, when you come in and you do this, we'll look after you. We will look after you. Yep.
Great. Okay, so Luke asked, how did you learn all of this, Stephen? Is this your company and product that we're talking about here, or are you just some random guy on this webinar who doesn't know what you're talking about?
I've been doing this now for 13 years now. And as I say, that account we showed you is an account that we have as a company with Mike. So again, I'm not a random person. I've been doing this for years. I brought Mike in actually to Marketplace Superheroes because it's my opinion he is the best person at this particular strategy. So I'm the co-founder of the company. I've been an Amazon seller for 13 years, and I brought Mike in here to co-teach along with myself. Why? Because I bring the best people in the world here to teach yourself as well. I could teach this easily, but this is something that Mike is 100% focused on. I'm involved in selling my own branded stuff. I'm involved in lots of other things as well. So, you know, having the best person in the world come and teach you, that's what we're in the business here at Marketplace Superheroes. So I'm not just some person who has no experience. I've been an Amazon seller for 13 years. And I've done every single thing I'm telling you to do. So yeah, I have nothing to hide.
Fantastic. So Ellen also asked, what category FBA seller do I need to be?
Oh yeah, so you have individual or professional, that's what you mean? So again, I would recommend you have a professional account. That's what I recommend. I do not recommend you do an individual account. Why? Because very, very quickly, we're going to be at a level where you cannot be, because at basically an individual level, you're selling less than 40 sales a month. You're going to be doing way more than that very, very quickly. So yeah, professional.
Great. I know you've answered a lot of the questions that I had already, so I won't go into those. But one of the questions I've got a lot is, can I join next week, next month, next year? Will all these bonuses still be here? So I think that'd be a good one to cover.
No, they won't. They won't. They will not be available. In the future, you may be able to join, but we put on a specific offer because both Rachel and Sophie asked us to come here separately. So we've a joint audience here. We put together as well the first 100 people in both those levels will get access to those softwares. We're still totally fine there, by the way. If you can hear me, you're totally fine in those levels. And you don't get it anywhere else. You got to go pay for that tool separately after a 7-day free trial. So yeah, no, you won't. And as I say, also, if you're here with us live, we did give you one other push in the right direction to get into the program. So I think respectfully, I'm gonna kind of keep going here, and then we'll come back to some questions, Lisa. Well, I think we've answered the bulk of questions here. Do you agree?
100%. Keep rocking.
All right, now we are going to be finishing up soon. So I see a bunch of you still trying to get in. You will not get access to the additional bonus if you do not get in before the end of this call. So it's incredibly important if you're coming in, and I see a bunch of you in process, please type in the word P for process so that I don't end the call and you don't lose out on this opportunity. Let me give you 10 massive benefits of the system. Number one, you don't need any experience. You're not going to be selling your own products. You're not going to need a big budget. You're not going to need a website or social media. You're not going to need to have any staff or warehousing. You're not going to need to drop ship from anywhere. You're not going to need to sell anything, quote unquote. You're not going to need to import products from China. You're not going to have to get involved in the advertising. And you will not, I repeat, not be taking big risks on inventory. You'll only ever be selling things you know you can sell. All right. Now, I want to talk about using money to create an income machine, because for many of us, myself included, before I got into business, my only way to make money was by being in my job. And it's quite likely you listening to me right now, you're in the same position. You only have one move. If I don't get paid from my job, I cannot make money. And that is the single worst position to be in right now. Why? Just look around you. Look at all these big companies laying off people. Why are they laying people off? Simple. Because during COVID, we had a massive spike in the technological category and many others as well. And so what's happening now is things are changing. Like, not as many people are at home anymore. So those industries are not as hot anymore. So people are getting let go. And also, like, we don't know if we're going to see this quote unquote recession. It may never happen. But in the event that it does happen, if your only move and your only chess move is, I've got a job, what happens when your only chess piece falls down? Right? You got to go get another job. There's going to be a period of time when you don't have anything. So my opinion is, even if all you do with this business is have something that is part-time and something that just gives you a bit of protection for you and your family. I've got 2 kids, by the way, and I know how it feels, the level of protection you feel when you want to look after your family. And so it is absolutely critical as mother or father in a situation. If you're in that position, it's your moral obligation to look after your family. And protecting the family's income is very important, because remember something else, like money restores. If you are working in a job, you're going to get paid again next month. So you join on a 3-pay or 1-pay or whatever you're doing right now. It's not like that money's gone forever. You're never going to see it again. You're going to get paid again next month and the following month. But here's the thing. If that's all you ever do, that's all you're ever going to get. Why don't we use some of our money now to create that income machine where we are multiplying the value of our money without us having to be sitting there every day doing the work? That just makes sense. And if you've never had that before, you don't know what it feels like. And I'm going to recommend to you, you get in right now, because we're going to be closing in just a couple of minutes, and get yourself on the track to doing it. And there's a huge danger, by the way, in overthinking. Why overthink when you're guaranteed to the hilt? Someone comes along and says, hey, come try this thing out. You got 30 days. If it's not for you, I'll just give you your money back. Where's the risk? Come drive this car. Try it for 30 days. If it's not for you, just give me back the car. That's what I'm saying to you here. So there's still hundreds of people on the call right now. And if you're going, will I, won't I? I'm going to swear, just fucking do it, because you're guaranteed. If it's not for you, I'll just give your money back. So there's no point in overthinking. When overthinking becomes a habit yet again, what happens when you build a habit of overthinking? You overthink everything. You're going to overthink the products. You're going to overthink, oh, should I do this? Should I not do this? And what ends up happening is you get stuck in a loop. And that loop ensures you stay where you are right now. And I'm going to suggest, if you're one of the almost 200 people that are still here, you're not where you want to be. Therefore, stop overthinking and let's just go. Let's go together. And the risk today, in my opinion, is losing out on what is the best opportunity on the internet right now for success. And that's not a hypey statement. That's just a reality statement, because I've seen every other opportunity. I'm in this industry for 13 years, and this is the best one. Sometimes you got to do things you've never done, by the way, to have things you have never had. If you've never had a business that pays you while you're sleeping, cliche, I know, but this business does it. If you've never had peace of mind and security in your life before, if you've never had a way to protect yourself and your family from whatever happens in the economy, if you've never had true financial abundance in your life, then, in order to get that, you're going to have to make some changes. You will not get the results you're looking for doing what you've always done. That's an impossibility. That makes no sense. It comes back to the Porsche and the Ford Focus. It's like saying, I want the Porsche, but I'm going to buy the Ford Focus to get the Porsche. It doesn't make sense logically. And so here to say, I want more financial abundance in my life, but I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing every single day, that's just not going to work for you. And you know that as well. So the link is on screen, and we are going to get finished up in just a couple of minutes. We've had an amazing response, and I'm just checking here. Absolutely tons of you guys pouring in consistently, and we are going to have to finish, and we are going to have to take a lot of those benefits off the table. So just make sure you get in. And let's just say you join right now and you put this into place for the next 12 months. Well, let's say the only thing that happens is that you make $1,000 per month in net profit. That's all you do. And my question is a $12,000 yearly gain worth even a $2,000 investment? So logically, this entire thing checks out. Emotionally now, that's another thing. If you feel emotional, you've got to put the emotion to one side and look logically at what we're talking about here. Remembering the worst thing that can happen is you get double your course investment back. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Okay, Luke says, just joined. Awesome. I'd have to say I'm nervous, but excited. Be nervous. Use that, Luke. Use that to your benefit. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we will be sending you the link out, Tamika, for Monday. Yeah, don't worry. Link's not working, Henry. We'll get that link in there again for you. Don't worry about that whatsoever. Kabir says, I really like how much you care. Kabir, I do give a shit. I genuinely do. I wouldn't be sitting here for nearly 3 hours if I didn't. It's as simple as that. And Luke says, I looked at a lot of different businesses like this, but none have made as much sense as this one. I've been following a lot of people for a long time and joined after an email from Sophie. That's awesome. Awesome. And again, if this is not for you right now, no problem. No problem. That's okay. But I'm not going to leave here until every one of you has either said, I'm in or I'm out. So my question to you right now, truthfully, tell me in the comments, are you coming in right now? Are you out right now? That's what I want to know. And if you're out, that's cool. I'm going to wish you a great night, because there's no point sitting there for nearly 3 hours if you're out. So that's cool. So, and again, being out, at least you've made a decision, and lots of people coming in. But if you've made a decision, say I'm out, that's a good thing. You have made a decision for yourself, having listened to information for a long period of time. Congratulations to you. And a double congratulations to those of you that are coming in. All right, let's keep going. And this is not a hard business. It's actually super simple. Like anyone here, if you're listening to me right now, you can do it. And I know you mightn't believe that because you've never done it before. But here's what I'm going to also say to you as well. Here's what I'm going to say to you. Like, you cannot believe in yourself if you've never done it before. It's an impossibility because you've never done it before. So I'm going to suggest to you, don't worry about believing in yourself. Focus on the process, believe in what we have for you, and let's go together and be successful. And by the way, I'm going to celebrate anyone who said I'm in or I'm out. It's a massive congratulations from me, because I am in the business of you making a decision and making a call. And if the decision is, this is not for me, totally fine. Lisa, have you unmuted there?
That is actually Mr. Mike Sieben coming in from the airport, who has not muted himself. Very bold. So he's muted now. He's all right. Carry on.
Tyrone says, I don't know what the webinar is all about. Tyrone, dude, we've been here for nearly 3 hours. I don't know how you don't know. When did you come in? I have no idea. So lots of people in. Elena says, I agree with Luke. It's hard to be out. It's killing me. I appreciate you've all told us to talk to you again. Hey, no problem. I prefer you make a decision for yourself than sit here on the sidelines. Screw that. And if you're still in the process of joining, please give me a P, because I'm about to close this thing down. And once I do, we're done. And as I said to you, I am going to be here until I know what's going on. Ernest, got to pee? No problem, Ernest. Lynn, no problem. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. All right, cool. What if we can't make the live calls? No worries, they're all recorded. All right, we're getting more peas, so let me keep going here then. Perfect. Now, you can try to piece it all together on your own. You can even choose to do nothing. Everything we talked about. But why in the name of whatever you want to talk about would you choose to do that? It doesn't make any sense, especially when you're guaranteed 30 days. Just try this thing out. Double your money back guarantee. Like, it doesn't make any sense. By the way, if you've got questions, chuck them into the comments. I want them. If you have difficult questions, I want them. Ruby says still deciding. Hey, Ruby, I would just make your decision. Get yourself in. Petra, I'd like to join. I need at least 30 days to make a payment. Petra, email our support. That's probably the best thing to do. I can't really help you right now, but maybe in the future we can. Lena, Mike, I'm going to get the funds and I'll see you soon. Awesome. Janet, I want to join Turbo. Hey, Janet, go right ahead then. I'll get you the link. We'll put it into the comments. Get you to do that. Hey, Petra, I did about 30 minutes ago. Awesome. No problem. Kabir, okay, I would like to leave, but I want the book you talk. Oh, yeah. Lisa, can you put in those bonuses as well, by the way, just for everybody that's here? That'd be great. And good night to you as well, Lena. Absolutely. People going back to work. I also want you to think about something as we do finish up here. Think of those who would kill to have the chance you have right now. People who would have the choice to even say, this isn't for me. You know, people to have the choice to say anything, right? You have an ability to get involved in a business. You have the freedom in life to get involved in something, and some people don't have that. So think about that, and think about the fact that really, you know, there's people out there in the world who would literally kill to have the chance that's in front of you right now. So my thing to you is just to get yourself in, knowing you're guaranteed to the hill. Doesn't make any sense to just sit here. That doesn't make sense either. Let's make a decision together, in or out. P for process, or I'm heading on. And if you're out, I would say go about your day, not being nasty, but why sit here and torture yourself if this is not for you? And again, Samantha, thinking about joining. Hey, Samantha, I'm here for you. Ask me a question. What's going on? What's going through your mind? What's stopping you from joining? By the way, you have 30 whole days. Let's say, Samantha, you join at the nitro level right now, just to say, or even the dynamo level, whatever. You got 30 days. Just give it a go. See what you think. How do I join the community? Janet will give you the information when you join. Don't worry. Lynn, I've got my LLC. When I make my brand, can I do my own brand? You can. Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. Michael says, I've never killed. Jokes. Yeah, for sure. Melissa, it's been great. So excited to get started. Awesome, Melissa. Signing off to go watch everything right now. Melissa, you're in the program. Get yourself into the program is what I would suggest to you. We don't no, we have a refund policy. That's not true. I don't know where you're seeing at 2.4. I don't know what you're talking about, but we absolutely offer a refund there. Absolutely.
I can cover that real quick. We've had it a couple of times. So that is outside of the 30-day window. So if you come to us 2 years later and you say, I want to avail of the 30-day refund guarantee, that's what that covers. So we absolutely stand by that 30-day refund window. No problem. Never been an issue before. We can hand on heart say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, good. Good. So there you go. Let's keep rocking here. Your comfort zone will kill you. That's something I want you to really think about. You know, like right now, maybe you're in a comfort zone in life. Maybe you're in a comfort zone that's uncomfortable. It's like, I don't like where I am, but it's kind of comfortable. Kind of feels okay being here because I know what to expect. And this is what people do call sometimes learned helplessness, where I've been there, where you get paid every single month by your job or whatever. And you get that payment at the end of the month, every single month. And even though you do not like being in there, you still stay there because it's comfortable. And there was an experiment they did, a bunch of different animals, but did it with monkeys actually. And they literally took these monkeys out of the wild. And the monkeys, when they were in the wild, they were eating stuff. They were doing whatever they wanted to do. And they were put into a controlled environment and they were fed like whatever, food every couple of hours. And then after a couple of days, the monkeys started to go to the place where they got the food at the exact time they would receive it at. And they started to rely on that. And they did that for months. And what happened was they took them out to the wild And unfortunately, those animals, they didn't survive. And the reason was because they forgot how to get out of their comfort zone. They forgot in the wild, they could literally put their hand out and there was food absolutely everywhere for them. And that's a very real, that's a very real situation that people find themselves in. So Enoch says, I'm not even in my comfort zone. It's just fun's blocking me. Yeah, well, do your best, Enoch. Look, if you can be resourceful, great. And if not, hey, that's okay too. Jan says, I am uncomfortable. I want to give my family the best. I get it. Henry says, sorry, please go over what Dynamo gives over Turbo. Henry, I would highly just suggest you just jump over and to the link. Are there similar deals in the Monday session? No, the Monday session is just for you guys that are here right now, for nobody else. So no. Okay, if nothing changes, then nothing changes. So let's just have a breakthrough together. I'm going to ask one more time. I'm just going to check in with you guys. If you're still in process, I need you to type in letter P. If I don't see any P's, I'll know that we're done. All right, Percy, I got your P. Anyone else got some P's in there? All right, cool. Henry, Ernest. Right, I'm going to keep going then. I don't want you guys to lose out. Petra, oh, geez, we got lots of P's. All right. Well, good job. I created more slides for you guys, right? Let's create that breakthrough together. Let's not have you go on your own. Why the hell go on your own when we figured it all out for you? All right, so look, here again is Elliot. $80,000 in 5 months from zero. Never had a business in his life. And this is in pounds, because this is obviously out of the UK. Just from scratch, like that's what's possible here when you apply yourself, right? You keep going. There's Shen, $3,000 in a single day. Never had a business before. We're hitting 7 figures like we've already shown you. Mike literally flipped open his laptop earlier on and showed you our sales over the last year in this one account. We've got other Amazon accounts doing other systems, other methods, but this particular one is wholesale only. Again, always being clear, always giving you the no bullshit, always giving you the transparent look at this business. Ernest, I saw you just come in, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations. Great to have you. And as another Nitro, congrats. And remember, you're getting a 6 months access to Hero Launchpad as well. Congratulations to you. So again, we can go and take a look at exactly what you get with Accelerate one more time. This is the turbo level, 8-week system, the weekly module breakdowns, the Facebook community, the software super speed toolkit. We've got the accountability blueprint. This is the Dynamo level, twice a month live sessions, the online live event. We do those every 8 to 12 weeks. The supplier script vault, the wholesale template tank, the legal session that's pre-recorded for you so you can watch it, protect your business, protect your assets, the advanced PPC ads workshop, which is a huge deal where you can get an extra 15 to 25% better, bigger results by simply following a really simple method. You don't have to do it, by the way, but you can. And again, all these other pieces in the Nitro level, right? And this is packed with every advantage, everything you could ever want is in here, as you already know. And you also know, look, if you got to start on a small budget, if that's where you are right now, you can get involved for just $195. So really, there's nothing stopping you. I mean, a lot of companies don't even give you payment options. Not only have we given you payment options tonight, 3 of them, we've actually given you the ability to do a one-time payment to make it another, whatever it is, 20% saving or whatever it is, depending on the level that you join at. And also, not only that, we've given you 30 days to test out the program, and we've given you a double your money back guarantee if you follow everything that we tell you, and for some impossible reason, you don't have success after a year. So I don't know what more I can do to help you make a decision, but all I'm going to tell you is this, and it's really important. Right now, you cannot make an informed decision. It is an impossibility for you. Impossible, because you're not in the program. So if you want to come into Dynamo, you cannot make an informed decision about Dynamo because you're not in the Dynamo program. It's an impossibility. So how can we fix that? We can join via the Dynamo or the Nitro or the Turbo level. Get yourself into the program. See what it's about. Put us to the test. Everything that I've said tonight, put us to the test and get yourself in. The link is on screen. We'll put it into the comments for you again, just to make sure that you can get yourself into the program. Kind of jumping in and out just to make sure we're answering all of your questions. Luke says, this is the deal of the century. Hey, Luke, I agree, dude. It's an incredible deal. And I'm glad you see the value because I'm doing everything I can to show you. Here, look at Will. When your best 30-day total is what Mike Steven does in one day. 30 days, $7,241. Look at that. And look at what's even more interesting. It's kind of hard to see. In the last 7 days, he'd done $3,639. Never had a business before, never had experience, But think about that. Lisa, do me a favor. Multiply 3,639 by 52, please. What's that?
1 minute. I'm scrambling to my calculator.
Or even 3,700. You can do it that way if you like.
3,700 by 52, you say?
Yeah.
That is 185,000.
185,000 for a beginner. Never had a business before, and he's got himself rocking and rolling. That's what's possible. Here's a Diana. Best day ever yesterday. If only I prepared better for this season. She's talking about Q4 season. 2023 is going to be epic. Look, $1,575 in the last 7 days. But look what happened. She did $1,000 in a single day. Yet again, I will point out, no previous experience. Never had a business. And actually, if I can move my thing, you can just see there, she was just getting going. And then boom, her products get into stock. Things start happening. Big things start happening very quickly because she followed a proven process. Here's Kyle, 1,151 pounds that month, just got himself going. And he is rocking now, that guy. I actually going to put up a more up-to-date screenshot for that guy because he's flying. But even there, 454 pounds, that's $600. So it takes 600, multiply it. Even Lisa, you can do this for me if you wouldn't mind. $600 by 365. What's that in a year? Even at this low level, what's that?
That is 219,000.
$219,000. Like, there you go. There you go. So look, guys, it's all here. I'm going to stay open for another little while, Eric. I see what you're saying. I'm going to stay open for another little while and get going. Janet, how long a turbo student took to make profit? There's no difference, Janet, really. Like, I mean, they have all the same program. The only difference is if you're in turbo, you just didn't get some of the shortcuts, but you have the same system. So it's really not a question of, well, if I'm in turbo, how long does it take versus if I'm in dynamo? I will tell you though, dynamos and nitros, just naturally you're going to get bigger results faster just because they got more support. That's quite obvious though. I mean, and it's pretty clear. Like, I mean, there's nothing to hide there. That's just how it is. If you get more help and support, you're going to be able to get there a bit faster. It's fair enough, right? So this business model is so simple. We only sell products that people already search for. We see how much money an item makes, right? With our Hero Launchpad tool. By the way, remember, you're in a dynamo, you come in a nitro, you get access to that tool as well for 3 months or 6 months, depending on the level that you joined at. Then we order profitable products domestically, and we go with these different domestic suppliers. Super simple. We send those exact items into Amazon. We share the buy box. We make sales with no marketing whatsoever, remember, and we make money. That's the business. It's super simple. Now, I'm going to ask one more time. I need to know, still got a whole bunch of you guys on here. P for process. Are you in process? And Eric says, thank you for acknowledging my situation. You got it. You got it. Not a problem whatsoever. So Agatha says, I'm happy and excited. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome. We can't wait to have you in the program. Chinwei says, I have jumped in and look forward to accelerating. Good night. Good night to you as well. And by the way, if you've got questions, even ask me difficult ones. Henry's got his P in there. All right, Henry, I'll stay here for another little while. Lisa, you better not have any plans because we gotta keep going here for another few more minutes anyway.
I think we'll have to start injecting caffeine into our eyeballs or something like that to keep going, but we're rocking for now. If you have questions, please put them in. There are tons of you still on. So you must have either something that's holding you back or a question that we haven't answered. So please put that in the chat so that we can help you out. We obviously are here live. I think we've established that by now with a lot of you guys. So please just ask us any questions and we'll be happy to answer them for you before we finish up tonight.
Absolutely. So again, we will go soon though. If we don't get questions, we don't get P's for process, we will go and you will lose out on that additional bonus that we had for you for those of you here live. So again, Swami, hello. Thanks for saying hi. Remember,
Michael, Stephen Michael also says can't pee. So I'm not sure if that's like a medical condition or if that's can't process. So
can't process. So if you can't process, if anyone's having an issue like yourself, Michael, and it's about joining the program specifically, I would just suggest that you go to support@marketplacesuperheroes.com. You email that. It's email support@marketplacesuperheroes.com would be the best thing to do. And we will then be able to help you. If you're here and you're trying to get in, you can't get in for whatever reason, it's just like technically the bank or whatever is messing you around, we will help you. We're not in the business of not helping you here as well. So, what else we got? Okay. So Eric says, after I pay, can I have this whole recorded? Yes, you can. Not a problem. What if I live in Canada and want to earn in USD? No problem. Mike lives in Canada. Mike makes US dollars, and we simply put stuff into a bank account, like a Wise account or a Payoneer account, where we can take out some of that currency exchange, and it's really not an issue. So super simple. Cheers, Mike. Thanks a million. So thank you so much. Anyway, keep the questions coming if you do have them anymore. So we are about to finish up. Cool, Michael, no problem. You're not a statistic, dude, just so you know, you're not. So do email support if you're stuck. I'm gonna help you. Amber says, just checking back in, had to step out for work. What's the main difference between Turbo and Dynamo? Amber, with respect, I would suggest go to the link on screen and just check it out. In India, is this suitable for me? Yep, you can do it from India, not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to make a call here, and we're gonna have to finish. So look, if you are in process, I'm gonna give you an extra 30 minutes. That's all I can do. So we're gonna take a timestamp right up until 30 minutes past the hour, whatever hour that is for you. And at that point, we'll be cutting it off. All right, that's all I can do because my voice is actually about to go. Lynn, woo, I'm in a nitro. And that is awesome. Congratulations. So look, it's been a real honor to be here and to work with you guys. I'm just going to put up this last slide just so it's easy for you to see. It's been a real honor to speak to all of you. I really appreciate it. And Callistus, just if you email support@marketplacesuperheroes.com, I would suggest that Naira card. I've never heard of that. I'm not sure we accept that. We Visa, MasterCard, and Discover card, we do accept. And Henry, I saw you just got in, so congrats. So look, that's the link right there. We're going to finish up. We're going to give you 30 more minutes if you're really stuck. And is the money quoted in USD? Yes, it is. It is. So real quick, says Maddie, come on, ask us what it is then. Yeah, Eric, that's no problem. Eric, you're cool. We'll look after you. Support, Lisa will put that in for you as well. What does double your money back really mean? Well, it says, if you don't get the results that we talked about, you don't double your Amazon, your training investment in Amazon sales, we'll send you back double your money. Obviously, there are some criteria, which we talked about, and you can feel free to go through all the criteria if you want. It's very fair criteria. We're not doing anything weird. Very, very fair. You follow the process. If the process fails you, give you double your money back. That's it. Super simple. All right. So that is it. Can I start saying before having a company established, Goran? You're in the program, Goran. So I would just suggest just get into the program now and follow that material. That would be my suggestion to you, my friend. So Jan says, thanks, guys. All the best, everyone. Bye for now. One love from Jamaica. Janet, peace out. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you in the group. But I want to say a big thank you to Sophie. Big thank you as well to Rachel for inviting you guys, depending on who you are involved in. Thank you to two of those people for inviting all of you amazing people to be here. I've had a blast, had a great time. So from myself and from Mike and from the whole team here at Marketplace Superheroes, we just want to say a massive thank you. And also thanks for going all in with us. And thanks for listening to us and giving us your time and attention, because at the end of the day, that's the most valuable thing that we have. So appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. And from me, it's a good night. And Lisa, I'll let you say a good night too. Why not?
I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone. You were all incredible in the chat. This is one of the most engaged trainings we have ever had. And it's been amazing. I've had a blast. So we're going to go and fall over now somewhere. Me and Stephen are, but it's been brilliant. And thank you so much. We look forward to welcoming you all to the program, and we'll catch you soon.
Talk soon, everybody. Have a great day or night, wherever you are. And we'll see you in the program. Bye-bye.